What's going on, Drinking Away's brand new podcast coming right at you, but you know what we got to do first? We got to talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. This week, and always, we're brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. Support the show for as little as $3 a month. Less than the cost of a beer. And for a little bit more, just a little bit more, you get all the video versions early and uncensored. You get the audio ad-free. You get the other bonus content I make as I get around to it. More of that to come soon. So please support the show at patreon.com/MattSlayer. We are also brought to you this week by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Get yourself a hat, a shirt, some rad and Now We Drink merch. All of it available in the merch store right now. I have some new ideas coming down the pipe. Hopefully I will design those in the coming weeks. anwd.net/merch. Last but certainly not least, we are brought to you by our friends at Casa Nika. Casa Nika is a wellness brand. Yeah, that's what we'll say to not get demonetized. The kind of wellness that vibrates, if you get my gist. Go to casa-anika.com today and use promo code ANWD for 15% off. And if you spend over $100, there's free shipping within the continental United States. Last but certainly not least, the two easiest ways you can support this podcast are both free. First one, go to youtube.com/nowwedrink and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why would you not do that? The video versions are amazing, if I do say so myself. Being able to see my guests and all the shenanigans, all the stupid facial expressions, it's top tier. The other super easy way to support the show is Signal Boost. Share posts. Tell your friends about the show. Troll me on Instagram. That seems to be popular. Let's get on with the show. My guest this week is performer Addis Fouche. Oh, this is a chaotic episode. Absolutely chaotic, but it's so much fun. Addis and I talk quite a bit about a bunch of her projects. A very typically chaotic episode. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy Drinking Buddies.
When aliens come to take over, they look at us like we're out of our minds now. We're gonna galactic makeover. And now we're thinking that they just might be right. I cannot wait for this whole world to end. I'm gonna break out the bottle with my friends. I think they'll tell the best stories when we're gone. And now we drink.
We're doing the thing. I feel like we just gave away so much gold so like before we were actually recording.
Oh, you think that that's all I have?
No,
I've got a lot more in the tank.
No,
Don't worry
but
about it, babe.
I'm just saying, if there's mountains of gold, we could take a little more.
Of course. Yes. Well, I'm glad that you got like a little sneak peek, little preview.
Right? I'm just like, I love like when, I come in cold on like the guest and it's just like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm a vibe.
Yeah. Like, 30 seconds of you being here, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
The audience is just like, okay, we'll get with the fun already and stop talking about how it's going to be
Let's
fun.
do it. Tell me about my...
Let's get you your aperitif in a box.
Okay, so this is... Sorry, I should introduce it. So this is de soie. This is de soie.
Oh, I was pronouncing that all wrong.
De soie. You can actually get it at, there's like this alcohol-free bar in, in Venice, I think. Venice, Santa Monica, somewhere west yonder, right? That has this, and it's so fucking good. But this is de soie. It is an sparkling, non-alcoholic aperitif. I can't read today. Ta-da! I don't drink alcohol, so I love these because it's like, it's not like you're drinking like a Shirley Temple or like a ginger ale, right? Like, it's a little bit bitter. It feels like you're drinking a little something, you know?
Right? It's not like all just like sugar and like...
No. So this is crisp citrus zest herbaceous. Like that's like the tone, right? So we've got water, pear, lemon, yuzu. We've got maple syrup, black tea extract, lemongrass. Like it's really giving grown and sexy. This is my grown and sexy beverage.
See, I just drink brown liquor with ice.
How's your brown liquor with ice today?
Excellent.
Yeah? Amazing. I'm glad that I don't have my acrylic nails on because I had to do a scene that had fingering in it. So I had to take them off.
Well, if you had, I would have opened it for you.
Thank you, like a gentleman.
Well, yeah, I can't have you just like watching. I mean, it's bad enough that you're just going to sit here and watch me drink anyways. But
you know what actually is when I'm by myself and I don't have anybody to open my beverages for me, which means like I don't have a dude to do it for me, I will get a butter knife and I'll slide it under and then I'll go...
How do you not have men at your beck and call to open your cans for you?
I usually do, but on the occasion when I'm like by myself and I have a shower de soie. Actually learned how to change a light bulb during lockdown because I'd never changed a light bulb before because there was always someone to do it for me.
Someone should have braved putting on a mask to do
That's
that.
what I'm saying. I'm like, wow, where are the real men?
Brave death to change that light bulb for you.
Men used to go to war and now they're making podcasts.
Triggered.
Yeah, right.
Triggered.
And men used to get lost at sea and lay cement.
Well, I'm pretty sure they still lay cement.
Honestly, but like, do we need more male influencers? I think we actually need plumbers.
We do.
I think we need electricians. Put down the podcast mic.
Grandpa, you're back from the dead?
No, actually. It's so
Grandpa, I haven't seen you in so long.
Oh my God, you look so different.
Right?
You know what's funny? My grandma is 90 years old. She's 90 and she's Jamaican. Her name is Phyllis. And so my hair is red now. My hair wasn't always red. And I came to visit her. And she thought that I was a miscellaneous person of our family because we all kind of look alike. And she was like, oh, hey. I was like, Grandma, no, it's me. It's fucking Addis. And she was like, oh my God, you look great. I was like, thanks, bitch. And you know what she is? An Aquarius. Like you. Down.
I hope she's not one of the dumbest dirt ones like me.
No. Honestly, I really do feel like Aquarius, especially Aquarius men, either the dumbest pieces of shit I've ever met in my entire life. Like, I'm talking elevator music between the ears, okay? Lights on, nobody's home. I think their head is hollow. And then there's the other kind of Aquarius where it's like, you know, what's that line in Boom Boom Pow where Fergie's like 2008, 3000 and late? Like, they're way ahead and I'm still stuck here. So that, like, there's only two types. Which one are you?
Number one, obviously.
Knew it.
I'm a fucking white cis male with a podcast. How could I not be number one?
That's so true. You're always going to be number one in your mind.
Oh, no, I'm very self-deprecating.
Great, we're going to get along great.
Oof, no. But on the plumbers front, I want to circle back to that real because that is very real.
Yes.
That is very real. Like, I say this all the fucking time. The internet gave everyone a voice, but it tricked everyone into thinking all voices are created equal.
Oh, absolutely. I really do think that we should have gatekept certain therapy language because sometimes when people are on TikTok being like, oh my God, he's a narcissist. I'm like, no, baby, he's just an asshole. That is a specific thing. Or they're like, oh my God, that person's gaslighting. No, babes, I just disagree with you.
Oh my God, we're allowed to have differences of opinions?
Right. And maybe sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're actually wrong. Like there's some of these confidence influencers that I see on Instagram that are like, oh my God, talk to yourself in the mirror like you're the hottest fucking shit. I'm like, actually, no. If you were really confident, you would actually use that word to describe yourself. You would just move different.
Yeah.
You actually would just move different. And also maybe sometimes being confident isn't being like, I'm hot. Maybe sometimes it's being like, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I should go take a nap. Maybe I should eat a raspberry.
It's not all Dunning-Kruger effect.
No, also too, like, I'm sorry, like, if like you're confident and like the only reason you're confident is because you think you're fucking hot, literally get a hobby.
Get some sort of personality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you think being hot is literally a personality. The reason why I'm hot and I have a personality is because I used to be ugly, okay? So I had to develop, you know, skills and, you know, social life and like other things that could make me useful. And I had to study. And now that I'm hot, people are scared of me because now I have everything.
I must be really stupid because I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, that's so true. I mean, you did say you were the first type of Aquarius, so.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm aware of it, so.
Ooh, you might honestly be on. You might be on the, you know, the edge of the seesaw. You know, might be standing, split leg, full split, cheeking out.
Maybe. Time will tell. By the end of this, you'll be like, nah, he was number one.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so like, tell me, do you know your moon and your rising? Are you ran through? You look a little ran through.
Well, I mean, that's accurate, but
I knew it because every time a man knows their sun, moon, and rising, I'm like, who told you that? So, I met a dude that knew his Mercury sign and his Venus. I was like, oh, you're a fucking slut.
Well, to be fair, I only know it because, well, one, I live in LA and I date here.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I won a free reading at a comedy show.
Okay, what did she say? Tell me. Give me everything.
Oh, I was drunk for half of it.
Oh, strike one, bitch.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just a lot of like, oh, this makes sense. Fuck. That's why I started drinking. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. Wait, okay. Do you know your moon and your rising?
Fuck. I'm trying to remember.
Do you have CoStar? Do you have the app?
I do not. I don't even know what that app is.
What? It's like the astrology app that people like use all the time. And you can like see your friends' charts and like see how compatible you are. To be honest, CoStar doesn't have all of the like the asteroids and the aspects, so it's not hyper accurate. There's other ones that I like better, like the Chani app. I love time passages. I love a pattern moment. Have you seen that video of Channing Tatum where he's like, how does the pattern know everything that's going on in my life? Are they watching me? How did they know that I'm going through this moment? Pattern, where are you? Are you my assigned FBI agent? It's so cute.
Aw.
Honestly, I feel like if I was a straight man, I would want to be Channing Tatum.
I mean, he's had a pretty good career.
He actually has. And like, honestly, my type of man is a dude who looks like he's going to waste my time. And that's very much Channing Tatum.
Well, and, he's a former fuckboy for sure.
Do you think he's a retired fuckboy? Or do you think he's just in love for the moment?
I don't know. I don't know the man. So we're only getting what he presents to the public.
That's true. And you know what he did present to the public is he was following a bunch of Zoe Kravitz stan accounts so he could know what she was up to. Me and fucking who, okay? Yeah, and then when he was called out on it, he was like, yeah, I just like to stay up to date on my bitch. Down. I know you don't play about that short, light-skinned lady.
How could you?
No, exactly. She's like actually really hot. Sometimes people say in the porn industry that I'm kind of like especially when I have my red braids in, that I'm like a slutty Zoe Kravitz vibe. Because the braids are red. And it's just giving like Zoe Kravitz if she had like a guitar and like, an endless throat.
So are we just going to turn around and make a high fidelity porno for you?
I think actually that'd be a really great idea. Or I could honestly I feel like I could do a Little Mermaid one too.
You could do both.
I could do it all. Get you a girl that can do everything.
Right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that what everyone wants in this world?
You know what's crazy? I started doing sex work when I was working in corporate advertising. So I actually really did do everything. Like I'd wake up, and I was also training for the New York Marathon at the same time. So I'd wake up at the crack of dawn, I'd run 7 miles in Central Park, and I'd come back, shower, go to my corporate job where I've worked on like Equinox, worked on Lyft. My first campaign out of fucking college, you want to know what it was?
Of course.
It was the Bud Light Dilly Dilly campaign with the Knights. That was my first campaign. I worked on Equinox, Commit to Something. I've worked on DuPont. Like, I worked on fucking Kevlar, like the stuff that goes in bulletproof vests.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, I bet you are. You look like a gangbanger. You look like you could be in the mob, but like not one of the client-facing people in the mob, like one of the guys who's in the back office. Back office mobster.
Well, I am a Jew, so that's where we belong.
Oh, exactly. You said it, not me. And then at night, I was like doing sex work. So like I literally had like, a double life, triple life, quadruple life.
But why?
Why? So I went to college. I went to Middlebury College, which is a quaint liberal arts school in Vermont. And the thing about Middlebury is that it's one of the most expensive schools in the country. Like it's like $70,000 a year. Ooh. I was an economics and Chinese double major. And like everybody in my, econ classes would go intern at Goldman Sachs, go intern at JP Morgan, whatever. I just didn't feel like that was me. I like actually did submit an app to intern at Goldman Sachs. And then I got to the first round. I was like, nah.
You're just not like suspenders? Like,
no, I like actually don't like feeling like I have sucking someone's dick on my to-do list if I don't want to do it.
Fair.
That's what it is. So there's a lot of things I won't do for money, and that's why I became a porn star. Okay. Then I was like trying to get my foot in the door in advertising. And so I was working 2 unpaid internships, literally working 100 hours a week. And then this is when Seeking Arrangement was like popping off. And I was like, my friend was like, oh, you'd be really good at this. And so I thought, you know what? I am actually really pretty and good at conversation and managing my time, and it's time flexible. Let me try this. And this is that's not even when I started to become a hoe in like my truest form, but that's when the moment shifted. And so then I was, corporate baddie by night, corporate baddie by day, real baddie by night. Okay. And then, pandemic happened. I started an OF, and then I was also volunteering with like Sex Workers Outreach Project. So like I, on Fridays would make the wellness kits for the street workers in East New York. Like we would do like menstrual kits, dental kits, safe sex kits, safe snort kits. And then somebody reached out to me on Twitter. And at the time I was like making TikToks about like my life and like, being a New Yorker, not drinking. And then also I think I made one about how like being a sugar baby is just being an escort on a payment plan. It's like putting pussy on layaway.
That's accurate. That's so real.
It really is. I'm like, y'all are not better than an actual escort. And in fact, you could do less work and get more money. But
100%. They work so fucking hard for that shit.
No, exactly.
Because like, if you have a shit client, you could just walk away and be like,
you really can.
Deuces. If that is your sugar day is your sole source of income, holy fuck.
And also the amount of like emotional labor that you have to do with this dude who's going to pay you like a quarter of what you actually could just get if you were an escort. Anyway, so then this dude was like, hey, would you ever consider doing mainstream porn? And I was like, it makes sense why someone would ask me that. And then luckily this dude happened to have a lot of mutual friends on Twitter with my volunteer friends who were like also sex workers. And I was like, hey guys, is he normal? Is he going to kill me? And they're like, no, it was the girls, the gays, the theys. They said he was normal. And I was like, well, all right then. So that's like kind of how we started. And here I am.
Wait, he's normal in this industry? None of us are normal.
You know what? In normal in terms of like, he wasn't going to kill me. Was he a good person? No. Do I talk to that man? No. In fact, if I saw him, it's on sight. Okay?
Well, hopefully you don't run into him tonight, so I don't have to go get a gun.
Oh my God, probably not. He would never be anywhere that I am because he's actually a loser. So I think he just sits in the closet.
Well, I don't want to clean up that mess either.
Womp, womp, womp. So yeah, that's how we ended up here. But you know what's interesting? I feel like because I have history in advertising and whatnot, like I also used to work on all of Nestle's waters. Shocker, it's all the same water, different branding. And
different municipal water supplies.
different water supplies, different little sticker, different regions. Like I'd never seen Ozarka before. You know what that is?
I'm sure it's some off-brand.
That's just the water that they have in Texas. But like they don't know what Poland Spring is. Can you imagine not knowing what Poland Spring is? Oh, the horror. Do you know what that is?
Oh, of course.
Thank God somebody with taste. So I feel like that like kind of makes it easier for me to do my whole thing as like today's most relatable horror. So the thing is like when people meet people like me, they're like, wait a minute. Like you, like Daisy Buchanan in Great Gatsby was based off a girl who went to my high school, my boarding school. Like F. Scott Fitzgerald would like go to her window and talk to her. She actually got kicked out, probably for being a hoe. That's my type of bitch. And she matriculated 100 years before I graduated. This is the type of environments that I had been around from youth. And then I'm actually filming for Brazzers and Reality Kings and Bang Bros. And like, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have an anal gape on Bang Bros? Because I actually can do it all. And so I've put into people's faces that it's like so obvious that I am a sex worker and that I'm a human, you know? Like and you'd be surprised.
Well,
that people don't understand.
No, I'm not surprised. I see the comment section for my own content. I am not surprised in the least bit.
Well, let me take a sip of this as well. Ready? Do you want to take a sip with me? Do you want some?
Yeah, I'm not going to deny you of.
Okay. Here, you're going to have some. Try it with me.
Oh, fine. Fucking peer pressure.
I dare you to do it. I triple dog dare you. Are you speechless?
I'm just like, this is like the most mild dare I've ever received on the
know,
show.
right?
Please drink this non-alcoholic beverage.
Do it with me.
Just trying to be an enabler of my non-alcoholism.
Yeah, no, cheers. Cheers to
Cheers.
what? What are we cheersing to?
Life.
Cheersing to the dumb Aquariuses of the world. The homies. The back office mobsters. What do you think?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Right? It's like you feel like you're drinking, you're like, this is a grown and sexy beverage. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
had some vodka in it. I'd completely just be
You
like,
can actually, I think that they make it that way. So like you can have it as a mixer if you so please.
well, good thing I have vodka right here.
Try it. Try it. Okay, Mr. Tito's. Oh my God. You know, I'm looking at this. It says, it doesn't say handle of vodka. It says handmade. See, this is how long I haven't actually looked at the thing of Tito's. My mom reminded me of this one time in college. She had like come to one of my track meets. I was on the track team. And afterwards we were like hanging out and I go, hey, Mom, I'm going to go out tonight. Can you buy me a handle? And she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, Mom, it's like not even going to be like that crazy. It's like the kind of vodka that I always get and like it's going to be fine. She was like, literally jump off a bridge right now. She was like, you're absolutely insane for that. And mind you, my parents are immigrants.
Did she buy it for you, though?
No. But you know who did buy it? A senior on the team who thought I was really hot.
As these things happen.
Yeah. And you know what? He's actually so real for that.
How often have dudes just bought you things because, you're pretty?
I mean, I'm wearing a Cartier and a David Yurman bracelet bought by two different men. So.
Well, I wasn't assuming you didn't buy that yourself, so.
Oh my God. Please. I don't even change my own light bulbs, babes.
You have. You admitted to such. I could pull back the tape.
You know what? I learned how to do it, but I never actually did it because I called one of my hot guy friends and I was like, please come over and change my light bulb.
Wait a minute. A hot guy agreed to do that? I thought that was, ugly dude territory.
No, I have hot guys on lock too, please. I actually, because I'm a Virgo, I have a list of for everything. I have a list of pets that I want. I have a list of tattoos that I want. I have a list of baby names that I like. I have a list of people I owe money to. I have a list of people who owe money to me, right? All types of things. I have all kinds of lists. And I also have a list of my rotation tiers. There's tier 1, tier 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay. First, I want to know what's the number one on the baby names.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wait, you don't know this off the top of your head?
No, because it's such a long list, but I can't.
I just want number one.
No. They're not ranked.
How are they not ranked?
They're not ranked. They're just like, because sometimes I'm in more, okay, ready? I have the list.
Okay.
It's right up here. Child names I like. Ready? This is kind of a long list.
It's not that long.
Romeo. We have Eve. Sloane. Nigel. Sebastian. Persimmon. Raven. Camille. Damien. Rosemary. January. Fox. Harlem. Darius. Felix. Silver. Saffron. Dexter.
Fox better learn how to fight.
Fox has to learn how to fight, but honestly, January also better be gorgeous because my thing is when hot girls have ugly bitch names, instantly hotter. If you got a bad bitch named Mildred better be coming double cheeked up in the function, okay?
I'm just saying Mildred knows how to fuck.
Oh yeah, Mildred knows how to fuck. So does Midge.
Right?
Midge knows how to fuck. We know Dolores knows how to fuck. We know, right? Exactly.
But Fox? Fox better learn how to fight.
No, because and if Fox doesn't look like, you know, some sort of like evil version of the Sprouse twins, it's clipped for him.
I'm just saying, no matter how he looks, people are going to come for him.
You think out of all those names, you think Fox needs to learn how to fight more than Saffron?
I assume Saffron was a woman.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. And I don't fight because fighting's for ugly people. They have nothing to lose.
Well, sometimes you have to defend yourself.
No, I'm the type of person, I don't throw hands. Also because this is the first time in several years I've been able to make a fist because I don't have my nails on right now.
Please don't hit me.
Can you imagine if I was like, yeah. So the reason why is because I had to do a scene that had fingering in it, so I couldn't have my nails. But I'm the kind of person who would actually say the most scathing thing to you and you would never, ever forget it for like a decade. That's how I fight with like psychological warfare. I don't throw hands. That's so temporary.
It is. Mm-hmm. It's very satisfying at times, but it's temporary.
Right, exactly. And like, why would you do that when you could tell somebody some other shit?
Well, also, you can't catch a case for telling people other shit.
No, you actually can't. No, you actually can't. Like, I love telling people like, oh, so there was this one time this bitch was like really coming at me for no reason. And I looked at her and I was like, see, this is why there's a different cast of characters at your birthday dinner every fucking year. Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, you also told me that I'm the mobster that they hide in the back room earlier, so...
That's so true. And you're probably wondering, how does she come up with like all of these random scenarios? When I'm running, I literally come up with random sketches in my head. I think I actually, like, if I put my mind to it, I could run SNL like the Navy.
Somebody has to.
Right, and somebody's not doing it right now. I think I could do it.
You're in New York, go fucking show up.
That's true. I mean, the only reason that people were talking about it recently is because Sydney Sweeney has massive boobs.
They're not even all that massive. She just has a small frame.
That is a really good point. It's a small frame, and I think also they have like a good shape to them. Well, you know what I mean?
Her designers put them in. I guess, yeah, in Euphoria, they're good. They're good.
Yeah, no, she has great boobs. That's why people were talking about it.
And the fact that she's 25, she's hot, and she's willing to show them off.
Oh, of course. And you know she fixes cars? She has like a whole TikTok account where she fixes cars. Like, God, enough. God, be hotter. What the fuck?
Like, oh, you're a real person? Shit.
No, it's like if Megan Fox in Transformers like wasn't a character and like that was just like not even a bit. That was just who she was. Like Megan Fox is screaming, crying in a ditch right now because Sydney Sweeney exists. Okay.
Well, yeah. 100%.
Rolling, throwing up in the corner, heaving with like Wild Boy by MGK in the background, okay?
And, maybe trying to cuddle MGK for comfort and being like, oh, you're bony. Oh, this is horrible.
You know what? So in college, they call it team cest, right? When like team members fuck each other.
Okay.
Of course. I never fucked anyone on my team because I was fucking other teammates or team members, like the lacrosse team, the soccer team, the basketball team, the football team. I was not fucking the track team, even though I could have. But anyway, so this one team member of mine fucked another friend of mine, and she was like, he was so hot, but his hip bones bruised me. And I was like, no way, bitch. And so we have to like get ready for a 10-mile run. She's like, dude, my abdomen hurts because this bitch was pounding into my fucking pussy and his hip bones were sticking out. And I was like, no way. And she showed me and I was like, yo, she really got some black and blues from this man's stroke game. That's nuts.
That is.
And then she went on a 10-mile run. And you know what this bitch did? She actually is a really fast runner, and she ran in the Olympic marathon trials. I think that she's stronger than the troops because she survived that, and then she graduated, and then she went on to run the Olympic marathon trials like a month ago.
Well, yeah, she's not doing it because she wants to pay for college.
No, absolutely not. Oh my God. It's crazy to like think that like I have like multiple friends and people that I know who like run in the Olympic marathon trials. And I also have like a bunch of other friends who like have straight fish kill cocaine connections to the Sinaloa. Those are the two genders.
That sounds very New York.
Yeah, that is so New York. And the thing is, like, I was dating this dude here for a bit. He was a video editor.
Of course he was.
Of course, like, honestly, I feel like it's kind of a life skill to date a dude who is a DJ, to date a comedian, to date a drug dealer. These are life skills that you need to have. Because if you're still dating your high school sweetheart, get out there in the field.
Oh, well, I say that shit all the time.
Right. You don't have any life skills. No. So I'm dating this dude. And he's an Angelino, an LA native, so that automatically made some kind of bitch made, right? And like,
yeah, well, I'm not a native Angelino. I'll put that out there.
Sure,
but I feel like it depends on where you grew up in LA.
Oh, he was very bitch made. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Oh, he wasn't like South LA. He was like. Anyway, this man, so he wants to like move to New York. And I'm like, dude, like, New York is all sights and sounds and smells. You're overwhelmed by a crowded restaurant. You're freaking out and distracted in Catch Steak. Meanwhile, you can't handle the A train. fuck up, bitch. So like literally, I'm trying to have this conversation with him in like a nice way. It's kind of like if you are running a race at an 8-minute pace and you want to be in a different race and those bitches are running 6:30s, just know that they're running 6:30s and don't be upset when you're not with the pack.
Right.
Or do a different race, right? But it's like you want to go to New York and run the 6:30 race. And when I tell you that this man was screaming, crying, throwing up, imploding emotionally, and I was like, yeah, see, this is why I can't date a West Coast man because y'all are so fucking bitch made. You cannot keep up with a New York bitch because it's very work hard, play hard, and you don't do either.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people that do fucking work here. There really
there are, but there are also so many people who don't. And in New York, that's like not even a thing.
Oh, I know.
Like even the trust fund kids, they're hustling for clout. Everybody's got something to do.
Oh, I know. I was drinking somewhere in the East Village years ago. And I was talking to some girl who's like, oh, yeah, I'm an assistant district attorney. I'm just like, in LA, on the West Coast, you would have never given me the time of fucking day.
Correct.
That's one of the things I love about New York. It's just like, oh no, we're just real people right now.
No, exactly. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, that's that quote, New Yorkers are, we're kind, but we're not nice. And LA people, they're nice, but they're not kind. Like the number of times I'll say, get the fuck out of my way. It's probably because there's a good reason. There's a fire truck going nearby. So I'm telling you to get the fuck out of the way because you're going to get hit. It's not personal. Or like when I am on the subway and I help a woman with a stroller and a kid carry her stroller and kid up the stairs. I'm like, all right, bitch, let's fucking do this. And then you put it down and then you never say a word to her again. The end.
Yeah.
Because what's the reason? I have things to do. I have Soul Cycle to go to. I'm sure she has somewhere to be too. There's no.
She's not here to like, get on the subway just for the funsies of it.
No, it's right. Exactly. Can you imagine like stepping onto the fucking F train at rush hour just to feel something?
Maybe if you've been in a coma for 10 years.
Oh my God. You know, honestly, have you ever like told somebody when they woke up from a nap that they'd been in a coma just to scare them?
I haven't, but I will now.
No, it's actually really funny. I do that shit, but then also sometimes I'll tell white people untrue things about Black culture just to see what they do.
I'm waiting for that on this show.
Oh, yeah? Did you know that Juneteenth and Malcolm X's birthday are on the same day? Why do you think we care about it so much? Why do you think we need the whole day off? It's like a really big deal.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
But the number of white people who actually do, and they're like, yeah, I knew that. I'm like, right, and that's why you're an ally.
That's exactly why you're not, because you're not going to use your critical thinking skills to be like,
No, it's actually so unserious. Like, the number of unserious white people that I meet is actually really comical, and I appreciate that because I like knowing that, like, you're unserious and you know that you're unserious. Because in college, and I don't do this anymore, me and my friend in college would go up to white people at parties and be like, just say the N-word. It's just me. It's just me. I won't tell anybody. It's okay. It's your friend Addis. And half the time they'd be like, no, please, Addis, I can't. Don't make me do it. And the other half they'd be like, this is a straight fucking split.
The proper response is, nah, I'm cool.
No, because like the number of people who would have a breakdown, and I'd be like, damn, you're really like chugging a Four Loko right now, full caffeine and sobbing about the N-word while Turned Down for What's playing. Let's think about the situation. Ever had a guest like me?
Similar. Good.
Yeah? Oh, I would love to meet them. She sounds like a bad bitch.
But you were taking the cake so far, so.
That is so true. I always do.
Just a cake thief?
Cake thief. Cake boss.
I'm already imagining with your time management, you're like, oh no, I could pencil in making the cake right now.
Oh, absolutely. Literally everything is on my schedule. Like, it's funny. So the last 2 years, so I'm like a multi-hyphenate, right? So I'm a porn star, obviously, OnlyFans girl, whatever. I'm a writer, so I've written for like Glamour, I've written for Refinery29, I've written for Runner's World. I have a startup, which is like Duolingo for social justice. It was a blog that I started when I was in college called Bitter Blush. It's now turning into an app where you can like, learn about whatever ism or phobia you want. I have this series with Soho House called The Lust Files that I do with my business partner who's a sexologist. And it's basically just like a way to talk about sex in a way that's not like slapstick comedy or like about trauma or like very instructional. Like we're not teaching you how to squirt. We're going to like talk about squirting in like a really cool, elevated way. On top of that, I run marathons. I also do commercial modeling. I'm also studying to go into grad school, right? So I do a shit ton of stuff, but I also like show up for my friends. I have a rotation. I go to Soul Cycle. I watch a bunch of stuff on Netflix. So everything is in my calendar. And for the last 2 years, I've taken 2 days off per month, every month on average. I would take like 30 days off per year, but it's not because I'm not a workaholic. I'm a workophile, and that's what I like to call myself. But it's really just because I love being today's most relatable whore and like actually like being a multi-hyphenate because it's all shit that I'm good at.
Well, and you seem passionate about it. So
I really am.
pursuing your passions is so fucking important.
It is. And I'm not like one of those people who like would burn out because I don't like my job. It's like I'm having so much fun doing what I do. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I'm tired. But I'll take a nap and then I'll get right back at it.
You are so much better than me.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Virgo, so.
And I'm a dumb Aquarius. So.
Yes, exactly. You know who else is a Virgo? I'm going to tell you some people. Actually, I'm going to tell you just the people who were born on my birthday.
Okay.
Brent Fayez, Skepta, Twiggy, the old lady British model, both Tegan and Sarah, because they're twins. Jimmy Fallon, Rachel Sano.
Is Fallon really one you want to brag about?
No, just one in the list. But Beyonce is also a Virgo. 9481 B-Day. Zendaya and Keke Palmer.
Do you think Beyonce could have done better than Jay-Z though?
Oh, you know what? I think I was actually talking to this hot British man about this last night. He's a Sagittarius and I'm a Virgo. And you know what Jay-Z is? A Sagittarius, and she's a Virgo. And he was like, are you comparing us to those people? I was like, I mean, I'm not comparing you. But the thing is, I feel like sometimes I look at my old roster and I think I'm never going to let anybody know that I dated this person. I really do think like the badder the bitch, the more embarrassing her dating roster, you know? And that was because that person had what I needed in the moment. You know, whether it was just like a warm body to sleep next to at night, or like somebody who knew how to cook food for me when I didn't feel like cooking.
Change a light bulb.
Somebody who would just like drive me places, or somebody who like, you know, we were in the same community and so he was around. I wanted to be in that community more, whatever. I think that might have honestly been Beyonce's thing. Jay-Z had something that she needed at the time, and maybe he still has it, and maybe she's just kind of stuck. Or maybe they're in a great open relationship.
I mean, judging from the Lemonade album, it wasn't very open.
That is so. You know what? You might have just ate with that one. Your strike from before has been rescinded.
Wait, there was a strike before?
Yeah, I gave you like strike one, and then now no.
What was the strike from? I didn't even.
No, I don't remember. I do remember you definitely deserved it though. But now it's gone because I remember saying it. So if you're listening, comment whatever the fuck I gave him a strike for because I don't remember.
I don't remember. I didn't even realize I got a strike.
Yeah, I'm like really hard to keep up with.
I feel like I'm keeping up.
You forgot the strike.
I thought the strike may have happened off mic. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think, is it because I didn't blindly support Will Smith hitting Chris Rock?
That's exactly why. You know, and I really do feel like some people need to get their ass beat.
Oh, no. More people in this world need to get hit.
Yeah, exactly. And why do you think that? I have my reason, but why do you think that?
Oh, because so many people are too fucking brave. They don't understand the real life consequences of their fucking words.
Do you think that we should bring back bullying?
It's not gone.
I think that we should like bring it back in its truest form. It's old. You know what? I can't say oldest form because I wasn't around in like the 80s when like you could just be like bullied for being gay or whatever. But like I think that we should bring back bullying in a more solidified form than it is now. Not like this weird like e-bullying shit.
So you're saying we should unionize the bullies? Like give them,
Yeah, I think that we should give them a pension.
Give them a shop steward. No. Like, he's not bullying me, right? I'm going to file a complaint with your steward.
Exactly. No, honestly, but like, here's the thing. I feel like bullying really does teach like social norms, and it teaches like, you know, how to talk to people in a way that like, yes, does have consequences, but like at the same time, it's like, I mean, I was bullied. I was a bully. Both things happen. And look how I turned out. Hot on a podcast.
Bullying the host.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Real.
Attempting to bully the host.
Oh my God. No, actually, I'm bullying the host. Whoa.
Try.
And Anthony Bourdain. He looks kind of sexy.
He is.
He's actually so daddy.
Well, he's quite dead.
Yeah, but a girl can dream.
You gonna go dig him up?
You don't know what I'm gonna do after this.
I mean, please tell me if you're going to. I'd love to skip. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, because you can carry the shovel. I'm not
I just knew I was getting talked into doing the actual shoveling.
God, I'll direct. Because you know, like I'm just like not really a girl who like can shovel. Like,
but your nails are up for it now.
That's true. You know, my mom shovels snow when it gets cold in New York. I've never once shoveled the snow with her.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't live places where it snows anymore.
Yeah. Okay, where have you lived besides LA that like actually fucks?
Oh, I grew up in Chicago.
Oh, Chicago fucks. Oh my God. I love Chicago. I lived there for a year actually in the 7th grade. My dad taught at one of the schools there for a year. Now he's not there anymore. He's at a different school. But yeah.
31 years of my life, Chicago.
Okay, I fucking love Pilsen. That is my neighborhood. I think it's the fucking shit. It's kind of like if...
It's bad gentrified now.
No, it is. I mean, but I think that place is so awesome. I love it. So in college, I was actually on the radio station. So I was the hip hop genre manager one year. So it was basically my job to make sure that like all the stations that did hip hop didn't just play like Real Sisters and like Jumpman. So that dates me, right? The next year I was the business manager, so I handled the budget. And you could, if you want to book a concert during a certain time, you have to go through me. Wait, what was I saying? There was something I was going to say about this. What were we talking about before?
We're talking about Chicago.
Yes. And so I went to a radio show conference. It was like all the different college radio DJs, and we like all did this thing. So one year my mom was like, and I had graduated. She was like, Addis, I'm going on this work trip. Do you want to come with me? And I was like, yeah, I'm bored. Sure. So I go with her to Chicago. I have absolutely not shit to do there. And I was walking around being cute, exploring. And this dude was like, hey, you're Addis, right? And I was like, yeah. I am. And he was like, we went to the radio conference together. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, we did. And he's like, do you want to go for a drive? I was like, yeah. So we go on a drive, and he shows me this like abandoned factory in Chicago that these artists had used as like a makeshift workspace. So there's people painting in there. There's people there's like guitars in there. There's ladders. There's ropes. There's people vibing and smoking. And I was like, I feel like if I stayed here a little bit longer, I would definitely see someone snorting heroin in the corner, but like for the plot.
Oh, 100%.
Like they just do it to feel alive.
Well, yeah, because it's Chicago.
Exactly. You know who really stays in Chicago?
Who?
That dude Lip Gallagher from Shameless, and he also plays the dude on The Bear. Like that's just the same character.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he's a New York guy in real life.
No, exactly. But that man really stay in Chicago. That is the same character. You seen Shameless?
Of course.
Fucking love that show.
Oh, I had such a crush on Emmy Ross. I'm like,
stop. I saw her on the 7 train once. She looked good.
Well, and she, judging from like her old partner, she has bad taste in men. I have a shot.
God, she's so me. I was telling you, 6 out of my 16 ex-boyfriends are Leos. I've dated every sign, I think, except for Aquarius and Aries, actually.
Well, I like you and all, but I'm not looking to get bullied.
Oh my God, stop. No, you know what's actually really funny is I was on the train one day. I know I'm telling a lot of train stories. I just clearly live in New York.
Obviously, it's like there is no other mode of transportation.
No,
here.
I only take the subway or I Uber or I walk. I don't city bike and I don't take the bus. I don't city bike because why would I arrive anywhere sweaty? Why would I do that? So
unless that's what the casting call calls for.
No, exactly. I explain to people that the reason why there's no like people are like sweating in porn videos is not because of the sex. Like, yeah, sure, but it's because there's no fucking AC. And they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, because otherwise you just hear the whole time.
On a real set, we turn off the refrigerator even.
Yep, exactly. So I'm literally like on the subway because I wanted to go see this limited edition purse that came out. I'm like listening to Charlie XCX in my headphones. I'm texting. I'm doing things. And the car is like semi-packed. We're headed towards the Lower East Side. And I hear behind me, Addis. And I turn around. It's my ex that I hadn't seen in a few years. And I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God, like, hey, how are you? And then the train stops at the next stop. And he gives me the peace sign. And then he gets off the train. And then he sits on a bench on the platform. And the door closes. And then I keep rolling to Manhattan. Was this man a Leo? Of course he was, because he had to make his presence known. But then he also had to let me know that he was too shook by my presence to even be in the same car as me. Can you imagine pussy's so good it makes you deranged like that?
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, I really can't. Like,
I also dated a billionaire once, and he still texts me sometimes. Can you imagine pussy's so good it makes you forget your tax bracket?
Seeing as you do sell it, I mean, you could just...
Oh! But the thing is, no, it's like he honestly, have you ever dated someone like who's like that wealthy from life, from jump? Not someone who was like self-made their wealth. Have you ever done it?
No, I have a roommate. I live in LA with a roommate. You think I'm not trying to marry up? I'm just not very successful at it.
Okay. You know what? It's weird because he like couldn't do anything for himself. Like he like didn't know how to cancel appointments. Like, can you imagine at your big age of 32, you like can't cancel appointments? No, like that's actually deeply embarrassing. And like me, obviously planning everything to a T and like being so self-sufficient, I was like, yeah, we're just kind of not vibing, you know?
Oh, well, he wanted you as his secretary too, obviously.
No, but the thing is, I think he was actually very fascinated by me because it's like I have everything that I have because I've worked for it, and he doesn't have anything, and he's not worked for anything. So he's fascinated by me. And I was also the only person who told him to fuck off with confidence, which like totally shook this man to his core. He was like, wait, what? So of course he still texts me sometimes. He was like...
You made an impression.
Oh, of course I did. He texted me the other day and goes, you let your pride get in the way of something special. And I was like, hello? What about good morning? All right. What the fuck?
That's an odd opener.
No, that's like actually deeply crazy. And did he send anything else? No, it was that one sentence.
You should have responded with a Cash App response. You know, been like, just money.
You know what's funny is like he actually, because I used to work in advertising, had me on as a consultant for his company that will never ever launch because obviously that's not gonna happen in his lifetime or ours. And so like I literally was just kind of like giggling and collecting a check because I was like, oh, like I mean, if I can do a rich guy's bitch work, like sure, but as soon as it becomes a headache for me, I'm out, you know?
Right.
And that's what exactly happened 10 days later. But did I cash out in those 10 days? Yeah.
Of course.
Did he call me before I flew out to LA to ask me to work for him again? Yeah. And did he say miss me? Yeah. Yeah. 3 of my exes spun the block last year alone.
Only 3?
3 out of 16 is not bad. In 1 year?
How many during the pandemic, though?
Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 5.
How many did you holler at during the pandemic?
I hollered back.
But you didn't initiate with any of them?
One of them that I was so fucking sprung on, I actually ran into his best friend at Soho House like on Sunday, and I had not seen her in like 4 years. Oh my God, it was so fun. She was like, "Can we actually hang out? Because like I actually fucking like you." And he like wouldn't let us hang out. I have this thing where I will stay friends with my ex's friends because they're like, it didn't work out between y'all, but can we still be friends?
Right. Well, and that should be acceptable because at the end of the day, if you're going to bring people around,
Yes.
you can't just be like, oh, it didn't work between us. You have to choose fucking sides.
But also, like, I'm sorry, I'm likable. I'm sorry people like me, you know? So I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool with me. But she was like, oh my God, I actually would love to see you. Like, do you still have the same number? I was like, yeah, girl, of course I do.
But
So
I'm just saying, it's fucked up if you're trying to gatekeep, your friends from seeing anybody. Like, it's fucked.
no, can you imagine like being jealous of people like me? Like, ew, I'm sorry.
Be mature about why this didn't work out.
Real. Look in the mirror. Go consult a confidence coach on TikTok.
Well, and it could just be fundamental incompatibility. It doesn't necessarily mean.
Okay, so like speaking of compatibility,
Okay.
what kind of person would you date? Like if you could construct a human.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's do it. I want to hear.
Well, let's see. Obviously, much prettier than me.
Okay, obviously.
That goes without saying, right?
Yeah, of course.
The dudes are just like, oh, I want someone who's like never going to leave me because,
No, exactly. And then they fix their fingers to book girls like me.
I'm A-okay with people seeing us in public being like, why?
They're like, he's got something.
Right.
He's got something, and I don't want to know what it is. You know who also has that thing? Jack Black. I'd fuck Jack Black.
Well,
Can you imagine? You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
have you DM slid?
Do you think I should DM Jack Black?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
A friend of mine DM'd Eric Andre, and he actually responded.
Oh, of course you did.
Yeah, he's like so unserious. He's like so like. But here's another thing: I don't trust biracial people who have white moms. I think they're just different. Look at the material. Ready? We've got Obama, we've got Drake, we've got Doja Cat, and Eric Andre, and Central C. They're always a little bit out of pocket, but in a way that like you let it slide, but you side eye.
I mean, it was just a bunch of drone strikes.
Stop! He's just like kind of a war criminal. It's not even that serious. He's not even
They gave him a Nobel Peace Prize while he was doing it.
right. And Michelle Obama gave all those kids free school lunches. So,
It's fine.
do you think Obama has good stroke game? He's a Leo too.
Who are we comparing his stroke game to, though?
Just like generally, like the general population on average.
By that metric, yeah, because there's a lot of trash people out there.
So you think that do you think it's like kind of like the grade point average where like one person gets like a fucking 32 on the test and then like it just kind of like shifts?
It fucks the whole bell curve.
Yeah, I know, literally. So this is everybody's lesson. So if you want to be considered somebody who has really good stroke game, I think we just need to kill off all the people with the bad stroke game.
No, because then the person with the average stroke game becomes the
Oh,
person
you
with the
know
bad
what?
stroke
You know,
game.
you're so right. See, clearly I was never good at math.
Of all your skill sets, you're like, that's the
No, I actually in third grade, my third grade teacher told my dad that I was a low functioning student because I was bad at math.
I found your one flaw.
You did. You did.
I exposed you.
And you know what?
In
And
the
you, so you
first
know what?
hour of the podcast.
It took an hour. And so you know what? Actually, my dad was like, okay, if you get all 4s on all 4 of your state tests, I'm going to give you the surprise of surprise and the reward of rewards. And I was like, dude, I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I want it. And so a bitch studied. A bitch got all 4s and all 4 fucking tests. And so my dad got me 4 gift cards to Toys R Us. I don't know why he gave an 8-year-old that much money. But all that to say is if you tell me that I can't do something, you bet your ass I'm going to figure out a way to do it. Like, don't tell me like not to push a button because I'll be in there.
Don't fuck.
Oh my God. Woo,
Just looking out for my friends.
oh my God, I love it. Yeah, it's Aquarius gang. You guys kind of give me like a SpongeBob and Patrick energy.
Wow. I really am the number one Aquarius in that equation then.
No, exactly, because like you guys could be the dumbass Aquariuses, you know? Apparently, if you Google what is Patrick Starr's race, he's Filipino American.
That's fucked.
I know, because I'm like, what about him is giving Filipino American?
I don't know. That's fucked. That's fucked.
Doesn't that kind of like upset you a little bit?
I'm gonna fact check you on this.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
Well, everything on Twitter is believable.
No, but like I think it was real.
Well, according to Medium, Patrick is almost certainly white as well.
Almost certainly. So what you're saying is that he's a light-skinned, racially ambiguous man a la Central C. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. That man, honestly, he's a Gemini. He is a white mom biracial, and he's Guyanese. I'm sorry, but that man's birth was biological warfare.
I mean, it's definitely some colonizer shit.
No, but like that is a dude who's like gonna waste my time. Like I honestly, my type of man is a guy who looks like he's never finished a book in his entire life. Like in elementary school, he was the kid who never had his homework in papers, just loose papers in the backpack, right? Like the pencil that he is using, he found on the floor in the hallway.
Or he's
type.
Or he's bumming a pen off somebody in class, like, yo, I didn't bring one today.
Or he's like rizzing up the girl who like always has like her pencil sharpened in like a nice pencil case, and it's like, yo, Tina, what's up, girl?
Was that you? Was that you that you'd be risen up?
Yeah. yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I was the girl, actually. I had the biggest backpack in middle school. Like, it was literally like, it was long. It wasn't even just, because I had to have all of my binders, all my color-coded binders, and the binders matched the folder, right? And they was the same color. So English is green. You've got math is red because red alert, right? You've got, like, social studies was purple. Science, I would have blue or green, depending on my mood.
Rolling back to the type of woman that I would build, not that organized. Definitely not that organized.
Actually, it's really funny because I tried to break up with this dude once, and I sent him a voice note. And in my mind, like I actually thought that I was being pretty nice. And then
how was a voice note nice? How?
A voice note breakup? And I was like, no. Do you want to hear my most nefarious work? I still have it.
I want to hear this first, and then I want to hear the nefarious work. If this isn't the nefarious work, the nefarious work is going to be bad.
Yeah. So literally, I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. These are the reasons why I don't want to date you. And, I kind of like wrapped you up in a pretty bow. And my friends were like, you demolished him. I was like, did I really? Because like comparison to this, it's not that bad. I'll throw it to you. Ready? I'm going to read it.
But on a voice note.
Oh, a voice. Well, I had things to say.
Well, yeah. You couldn't do it in person?
Let's see. No, because this is my most nefarious work. You're going to be like, oh, fuck.
Well, yeah, but I want to know why you couldn't do voice note, do it in person.
Oh, he was in Dubai.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, so I said, this is from February 2022. Ready? What a hilarious message to open while leaving dinner. I'm clearly not upset by you simply not meeting up with me, because this is clearly beyond your emotional depth. I will spell this out so crystal clear because I'm in the mood for charity. It's not that you couldn't even be bothered to say, hey, sorry things have been crazy. I'll be free on X day. Or, I know I've been MIA. Haven't forgotten though. Or something of the sorts. I am the one that you offended with your lukewarm, rudimentary take on substances that allowed you into my writing space so you could maybe do some growth on your own and give you space to handle your schedule. And this is somehow bothering you as a being busy issue. Again, the emotional intelligence has clearly left the building on your end. The entire issue is communication, and if that's somehow very hard to understand, then it's amazing to be parting even further. You are a grown-ass man who's emotionally crawling when you truly should be jogging. You are so jokes, name redacted. Please enjoy the rest of your life being tragically mediocre.
Honestly, that wasn't that bad.
You didn't think it was that bad?
For someone who's not self-aware, that probably just flew right over.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't respond because...
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's no need to respond to that.
No, because I think he was actually kind of scared.
I'm just saying, as a dude who's like unself-aware and like can't communicate, be like, the stereotypical response is, oh, that bitch is crazy.
Would you ever, you know what? But it's crazy because like a lot of my exes have actually said that a lot of people will send them my porn. Be like, yo, Addis is doing porn? Dude, you fumbled. That's actually real.
But the fucked up part about it is the double standard is they'll say they fumbled because they're not with you. But if they were with you, their guys would be like, oh, your chick's getting railed.
No, of course. And here's the thing. It's like, I honestly my rule is never be a man's first bad bitch, okay? Because if you are his first bad bitch, he either knows you are and is like weird, possessive, jealous, or he doesn't know you are and he treats you regular.
Well, don't you want to be treated regular?
No. I don't want to be treated like some girl from around the way. I'm a bad bitch. I am Addis, today's most relatable whore. Get with the program.
Oh my God, but I consider treating you normal, like treating you like a real person.
Oh no, I think okay. That's a good clarification. What I mean by that is like they'll treat you like you're just any old girl who they could meet anywhere and like you're kind of disposable. That is simply could not be farther from the truth. So I'm never a man's first bad bitch, but like also too, people ask me like, how do you date as a porn star? And I'm like, well, here's the thing. If a hot girl likes you, relax. She likes you.
Right.
You won. That's it. So like, it's like, the people that I date, it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, if I might have, to shoot a BBG, I might have to shoot something for Naughty America, but I'm still thirsting after you after a long day of fucking.
Right. Well, and because it's performative fucking.
It's acting. It's just sex acting. Yeah. That's what I say. Yeah.
Oh, and I tell people that all the time. And I fight with people in the comments constantly. They're like, oh yeah.
Oh my God. Do you win?
Oh yeah.
It's hot. Yeah. Do it.
Well, because mostly the way I win is being very dismissive of them and thanking them for the likes.
Oh my God. No, something I like to do, I love to just like troll people in the comments. Did you see the video I was in today for Dirty Street Confessions?
I did not.
It was really good.
I'm sorry I did not do a great job of stalking your social media.
You know what? There's always tomorrow.
Just later tonight, I could just be like, the minute wrapped, like, okay, what did I miss?
Yeah? You gonna subscribe to my OnlyFans and see pictures?
I am not.
Okay. I mean, maybe other people who are listening will subscribe.
No, I want them to. All of you spend your fucking money.
It's literally drain your fucking pockets for me. It's actually, I mean, the way that I do it is like, I mean, I kind of just like look at market trends and like just see like where you can meet people. Like think of it this way, like Zara has a higher net worth than Chanel. I think of more people having access to something at a cheaper value than like keeping it high and more boutique style. So my OF is, it's $5. I think it actually might be $4.99. And
my Patreon's more than that.
Exactly. And so you get that monthly, but if you have your rebill on, which is $19 a month, then you get one free video per month. So like you won't actually have to buy it. So it actually does kind of even out, especially if you like love watching me bust it up on the internet. Why not?
Yeah, no. Spend your money,
and
people.
I love to do video calls. So like imagine this, like my titties are out. Amazing. And I know you might be like, what titties? This top is like very flattening, but also I have titties. I don't have like boobies. Like I don't have like bazookas. But they're cute and they're perky.
Okay.
And they're real.
I will take your word for it.
My ass is my second best feature aside from my face. So I think you might actually like that more.
I actually am a breast man. I really am.
You really are? You're a boob guy?
I am.
Ooh, you're in the minority. So like if a girl gets a BBL, are you like, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm honestly more about being proportionate.
Yes.
I like, if the BBL looks cute and it's proportionate, cool. If it's like, oh, it looks like you have fucking saddlebags now, that's not a great look.
That's like a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
That's like deeply crazy. Wow. Can you imagine like flying to Colombia, the land of cocaine, and instead of getting some crispy white, you get double cheeked up on a Tuesday? Couldn't be me.
I hope my friend doesn't get too upset with me about this. One of my friends flew to Miami. She was getting some work done, and they just gave her a BBL without asking her.
Oh my God. How does she look?
When I saw her in person, she was still wearing the compression pants, and it looked a little cartoonish.
Yeah.
She's like, does this look cartoonish? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, girl.
Yeah, Miami is not the place you want to go if you want a BBL. I'd say if you want like, if you want the very Vava-Voom look, you're obviously going to DR, you're going to Colombia.
But she didn't want a BBL at all.
Of course.
They just gave it to her. Like it's
the other thing that she got. Did that look good?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
Like she was in there for Lipo 360 and like a little tightening up.
Mm-hmm.
And this place is such a chop shop. The doctor was just so used to like, oh yeah, people get BBL. Boop, boop, boop. Gave her the BBL.
Oh, no.
Like she's looking at suing them for malpractice.
Of course. I would do that too. That's fucked.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucked. But lawyers down there are like, oh, did it get infected? She's like, no, I just didn't want this procedure. I specifically told them I didn't want this procedure. It's still malpractice. So like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a multi-million-dollar suit, so we're not taking your case.
Whoa, that's shitty.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, bodily autonomy is so important. I think like that is why I make it very obvious. Like if you know me a little bit, you know that I do sex work and you know that I don't drink, right? I think, I'm never going to be that person who lies about doing sex work or says that I'm not doing it or isn't upfront about it, because I think that I make the choice to do this type of work and it's a very conscious choice. And when I am dishonest about that, it takes someone else's choice to be in my life away, genuinely.
100%. And I'm sure you know better than I do. A lot of dudes can't actually hang when they know what's up. Like,
yes, exactly. A lot of guys dream about dating a whore, and then when they're actually dating a whore, then they really have to confront their whorephobia.
They have to confront their whorephobia. They have to confront the going against the societal norms. Because they may not even be personally horophobic, but they're guys.
And also, too, it's like, if you really think about it that way, it's like, what has the societal norms done for you? In a way, like is living in, a white picket fence home with 2.5 kids and a golden retriever actually doing something for you? Let's think critically. It's not.
I am not the target audience for that speech.
Yeah,
obviously.
no, me neither. No, it's weird because I have friends who are married or have kids now, and I'm like, dude, that could not be farther from my fucking life. And not that I want it to be closer. It's just, it feels so divorced from my reality that I can't tangibly grasp it,
Oh, I don't get it at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm 43.
Yeah, but even still, I have a list of it. I want to be a mom, but so bad, but I don't want to give birth. And I don't want to be pregnant. I just like babies. I love babies.
I mean, you can go steal a couple.
I actually really want to adopt. So bad. Actually, one of my biggest goals is to stack my bread up really big and go Christmas shopping for kids who are in shelters and kids who are foster parents, because they're always told that they deserve hand-me-downs or somebody else's stuff, but they should deserve presents that are in boxes and have tape.
For real talk, though, are you afraid, of the work, the work you do will get you discriminated against when you go to try to adopt later on?
You know what? I don't. I think, one thing about me is that, luckily, because I push other elements of my work aside from doing sex work, that it also even legitimizes me in other ways, right? So, for example, I can still get brand deals for, brands to do TikToks and stuff. That is something that a lot of porn stars are disenfranchised from because their entire brand and their entire aesthetic and their entire feed is porn, So I think for that angle, I can kind of get away with it. And also, too, I've been told by people, they're like, you literally need to go to Harvard Law School because no one can argue like you. So I think I honestly could just argue the kid down.
Well, that's assuming they take the call.
Please. There was one time actually where someone was it was a boy that I am seeing. He was not answering my phone calls, so I just sat on my phone and called him for 50 minutes straight. He answered.
Why didn't he just block you?
Because he loves me.
As I've said many times. Stupid.
I'm actually really lovable.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
no, of course.
It's stupid brain chemistry that makes you do stupid shit.
Yeah, no, literally. Yeah, I saw him yesterday. Fucked a lot.
Good on you.
Thank you. Wait, so how do we keep getting off this tangent?
No, this show tangents all over the fucking place.
Okay, good.
This is how this show rolls.
Oh, amazing. I'm glad to hear it. So, what kind of girl are you going to date? Let's build her. Let's build a bitch.
We're doing build a bitch right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, my most successful relationship was with someone who was fucking optimistic, because that is not me.
Okay.
I'm a negative motherfucker.
You're a negative Nancy?
I am.
Okay.
I'm a little bit of a nihilist. I'm an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
Nihilist, negative Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Miss Nancy.
So I need someone who's going to be like, no, anything's fucking possible.
Oh, God. You need someone who's fresh off the set of Reading Rainbow.
A little older.
I'm kidding.
A little older. A little fucking
God.
older.
You're funny. Okay, continue. So she's gotta be positive. She's gotta be cute.
Yeah. Cute, positive. But someone who's on one hand, down for adventure, because I love traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I love fucking traveling.
Where are we going? Don't tell me we're on a boys' trip to Thailand.
No.
Okay, good. I was side-eyed dudes to do that. I'm like, why are you going over
I've
there?
never been to Thailand.
Why are you as a man going with a group of men to Thailand? To do what? Nothing good.
My audience is going to roll their eyes, but I love Tokyo. Tokyo is my fucking jam.
Why are you going to roll your eyes? Why?
Because I talk about it all the fucking time. So my audience is going to be like...
Okay, well, I haven't heard it, so please enlighten me. An audience, if you roll your eyes, shut the fuck up and close them.
I love Tokyo.
Cool.
I've decided as an older man, I'm not down with girls that would have dietary restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
There was a girl that was kind of in a long distance pandemic thing with, and she's got a bunch of food allergies, and I'm just I really like you.
Many.
A lot.
Really? I only have one. I have a tree nut allergy. I've never had Nutella or pistachio ice cream or cashews, really.
Yeah, but that's minor.
Yeah.
This is a lot of food allergy. Or someone who's a vegetarian or vegan, because when I'm in, been in Asia or other places, it's I don't exactly know what I'm eating. I'm pointing at menus sometimes and be that looks good.
Mm-hmm. I think veganism is actually really performative, especially in the States.
Oh, 100%.
It's okay, you think that you're doing something good for the environment by eating a Beyond Burger. The fifth ingredient in a Beyond Burger is methyl cellulose, which is a classified laxative. So not only is it not even good for you, it literally takes so much water and plastic to package that shit. And you think you're going to be Mr. Green?
Well,
okay.
Well, and also, ground burrowing animals and shit that get caught up in fucking...
That's what I'm saying. They literally, they don't even have homes because you want to have your almond milk.
Right.
They get caught in the fucking lawnmower to mow down the thing.
I've definitely pissed off some of my vegetarian and vegan friends. Like last time I was in Cuba, our Airbnb hosts were like, "Thank you for taking new pictures of our fucking home for the listing.
Yeah.
We want to give you a pig roast." They brought a live pig
That's cool.
to the fucking courtyard, and I'm the one who stabbed it.
How was that?
My only regret in that situation is I didn't do it well, and that pig did not go quietly into the night.
Okay.
You know, being someone who's grown up in the city his whole life, I've never stabbed a pig.
So what you're saying is that if you went to London and some bitch had a machete, it's clipped for you.
Oh no, I stabbed it a lot.
You stabbed it a lot.
I did. I just didn't put it down quickly.
Oh, wait, okay. Have you ever seen Degrassi? Do you remember when JT got stabbed?
I think that was New Generation.
That was New Generation.
I'm too old for that shit.
Oh, you saw the old one with what was her name? The guy's name, Mr. The guy who he was like the blonde guy, and then in the New Generation, he ends up being the principal.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm talking about?
I do not remember the name, but yes.
Yes, okay. I watch every episode of Degrassi. I would like literally stay up late and watch that. I watch VH1 when I was not supposed to. Tila Tequila. I'd watch Flava Flav. I'd watch Next.
Oh shit!
That's why I ended up the way that I am. That's why I'm wearing a Juicy Couture skirt to this podcast.
That no one can see.
That no one can see, but it does say juicy on the butt. Should I stand up and show it?
That is your call.
I think I should. Okay, just so you guys know that I'm not lying. Scouts.
I mean, I don't think anyone thinks you're lying.
No, I think I should be showing.
She just wants to show off her butt. It's
I do,
okay.
actually, yeah. So this is a cute, right? Juicy.
See, she wanted to show me what her number 2 asset was.
Yes, exactly.
See, I'm on to you.
Ooh, yeah. You see what I'm about.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck is going on.
I may have been lying about the number 1 thing.
Yay! Okay, so
but
can't have dietary restrictions.
yeah, because it just impedes the experience. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we're gonna go to some fucking random restaurant in some random fucking city,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna be like, I don't speak the language. I'm gonna try to communicate to this person that nothing with a face could be in my meal.
Oh my god, my brother actually is a vegetarian, or he was for a while, especially when he was a
He
kid.
grew out of it.
He did. My brother's such an empath. He's such a sweet person. He would go, I don't need anything that has a mommy.
I'm the opposite. I wanted to have a mother, a father, hopes,
You
dreams.
wanted to have a stepfather. You wanted to have a 401k. Whole life ahead of him.
Right. Hopes, dreams.
Everything. Yes.
Oh, and back to the original point on the pig. We tangented there.
Please.
I felt it was irresponsible of me to be like, I eat meat and not being like, oh, I'm not willing to take this animal's life. Like,
Period.
and be like, oh, I only eat meat if it comes,
Right.
fucking trigger.
Right. Because like if you feel like you can be divorced from it but still participate, it's like if you're gonna be about it, be about it.
Right.
Be about it. Like if you're gonna be about veganism, maybe you should not wear leather. Maybe you should like change up every single beauty product. Maybe you should not even talk to people who aren't vegan. Maybe like you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna be about it, be about it. Like that's what I feel like about like, racism and discrimination. Because I'm like, okay, look, like especially people who like posted black squares and the Black Lives Matter thing. I'm like, okay, like you love black people so much that you didn't have a single person who was not white at your wedding.
I mean, that
love
shit,
us. You know
that
what I
shit
mean?
was so performative.
It was crazy. It was literally crazy. And then when like other groups started co-opting it and making like yellow squares and blue squares, I was like, what the fuck are we doing right now?
Well, the blue square's real hilarious for the cops. Come on.
Oh my God, stop. No, that was actually like deeply crazy. But yeah, no, I mean,
This is a job you chose.
Stop.
This is a job you chose.
Stop. Blue Lives Matter. I actually, in the video that I was in today for Dirty Street Confessions, they were like, are you a spitter or a swallower? I was like, swallowers. I actually think that swallowers' lives matter. And so there's lots of comments like, as swallowers' lives matter. I was like, yeah, we should unionize.
Well, you can't waste that protein.
Absolutely not. I actually, in the last 24 hours, have taken 3 loads in my mouth from 3
That's it?
3 different people.
That's it?
I think it was actually more than like 16. But they were 3 separate acts. It wasn't like a gangbang.
Still pretty slacker.
You know what? That's so true. What's the most number of people you fucked in one night?
Only 2, but I'm just a dude.
That's true.
I'm not a performer. I'm not a sex worker. So 2 in under 12 hours, I think
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
And I almost married the second one, so.
And then what happened?
We sobered up.
Makes sense. I have fucked, the most people I fucked in one night is 10.
Good on you. But was that in a set or is that in?
That was work.
See, that's work.
Yeah, exactly.
How many in real life, just for funsies, no money involved?
3.
Good on you.
Yeah. And that's even like, so honestly, people ask me all the time, like, do you still go out even though you don't drink? Like, yeah, I'm literally the life of the fucking party. Like, I actually, because I'm from New York, know a lot of people, even just walking around. A lot of boarding school people move to New York. A lot of people from college, and just being mixy and social. And I would go out for Fashion Week, and people would be like, "Yo, do you have bundle? Do you have bundle? Do you have Coke?" And I'd be like, "Guys, like that's like not what I'm like really doing right now." And
But you still know someone.
yeah, of course I do. But like, yeah, but they'd be like, "Yo, you're out and like not doing blow like that, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like." Guys, yeah. And people are like shocked, you know? But it's funny because I feel like I love being a multi-hyphenate because it makes me feel and not even just like in the work sense, you know, but in the social sense. Like I can be in the front row at Soul Cycle. I can like go to a punk show. I can, you know, go to my little cousin's 4th birthday, right? And really do it all. And I feel like I'm able to do all this stuff specifically because like I don't drink. And it actually makes me feel better because I'm like, I could not do this one thing so I could do all these other 50 things. And don't get it twisted. I've slipped up many times. I've been to rehab twice.
I mean, this may be offensive, but holy shit, you'd be a lot on coke.
Yes, I am. No, like it's actually really crazy. And it's funny because like when I've been doing coke for a really long time, it's not even that I start talking 8 times as fast as I already am now. It's that I've started to slur my words together and you literally cannot understand what I'm saying. Because you know how like coke is an upper, but it's also a numbing agent.
Right.
So like people, like when you've been doing a bender for like 2 days, it's like you sound drunk because like your mouth is so numb. Your face is so numb.
We would have to fucking subtitle you like you're Brad Pitt and fucking Snatch.
Oh my God, stop. I actually was just watching, what's that movie where like he becomes death?
Oh, Meet Joe Black.
Yes, and then they give him a Jamaican, he starts speaking in patois. That part was really crazy. I was watching that scene and I was like, why is he saying Irie? Who told Brad Pitt about the word Irie?
Some Hollywood writer.
Somebody who's related to Bob Marley. Who knew a guy said it to him. And here we are, where I can't even speak patois. I actually can't speak patois. I can understand Jamaican patois. So like if you were speaking to me in patois somehow,
I'd be canceled so fast.
I think you should do it. I think should we get Chet Hanks over here?
Sure.
He speaks patois. He speaks better than me.
Better than me too.
Yeah. Honestly, like, smash or pass, Chet Hanks.
Pass?
Why did you say it like that?
Because I'm trying to picture.
I'd smash.
Well, good on you.
Chet Hanks, I'd smash.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We don't have to fuck the same people.
No, that's true. I just wanted to like know what your opinion was. Anyway, you're entitled to your own wrong opinion.
Often. I built a whole podcast around it.
I literally cannot speak patois. But if you were speaking to me in patois, I could understand what you're saying and just respond in English. But I can't string the words together. But I do speak fluent Chinese though.
Mandarin or
Mandarin. I can both read and write and speak and listen. That's not both. That's 4. But I think I meant to say that I could do it all in traditional and simplified. That's why I said both. But I went to a dual language elementary school, and then I continued to do it at boarding school, and then in college I was in economics and Chinese double major.
Well, it's just wild that most Americans are like, they just speak Chinese. I'm like, no, there's a whole bunch of dialects.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many. Actually, my Chinese thesis was about the representation of Chinese ethnic minorities in Chinese film from like the early days of film up until the present day. So I had to watch all these Chinese films to really analyze that. And then my econ thesis was about China's rice production industry and whether there could be policies made to make it more environmentally and economically sound. So I did like a whole regression analysis in Stata and was kind of like, yeah, y'all really fucking the environment up.
Yeah, they don't care.
They really don't. They don't. But like I had to figure it out. Not had to, but like I wanted to.
I have a couple friends that like, one buddy did high finance in Shanghai for a while, and another friend was doing like industrial shit in Shenzhen. So like I've heard wild China stories over the years.
Oh yeah. And the funny thing is, people always ask me like, have you been to China? And the thing is, because I used to run so seriously, I could never take time off. Like I honestly, up until pretty recently, I'd never really gone out for Halloween because I was always in season. I hadn't gone out for Halloween since I was maybe in the 3rd grade. So, I was doing cross country in the fall, indoor track in the winter, spring track, and then you start training for preseason. All year round I was training. And even in high school, I was actually undefeated for 2 years straight. So every weekend for 2 years, it wasn't like if I was going to beat everybody, it was by how much. And then I think that's honestly why I started to develop such like a rigid way of living life. Now like it comes more naturally. Now like I don't take 2 days off per month anymore. My goal of 2024, one of them is to take 1 day off per week, and I'm on track for that. It's great. And
good on you.
Yeah, no, but like even like when I was getting my former mile time in college was a 5:17 mile, and I ran that almost about 10 years to this date. I ran it in San Diego at Point Loma. And my 5K time was an 18:31. So that's about like a 5:58 mile pace, 5:56. But you know, when you're running at that kind of a high level, you really only have the opportunity to see yourself as a student or a runner. And so I didn't really know who I was for a very long time. And then when I left the team, because I was drinking so much, actually, had time to join the radio. I had time to discover Soul Cycle. I had time to like celebrate Halloween and like actually become a real person. And the thing is, because I knew myself as like a really high level runner from the age of 12, I can kind of dip in and out of that. So I've, you know, run in the New York Marathon twice. I last year was on 32 planes total in the whole year. And I still ran 3 half marathons, 2 10Ks and 2 5Ks. And I loved it. But when I was getting back into running after rehab, I honestly was like, just run without a watch, because looking at the numbers is really stressing me out. Just go. And if you stop, it doesn't matter. If you have to walk for a little bit, if you have to get water, if you slow down, it doesn't matter. And just so getting into the feel of it really made me start to feel like myself again, you know?
Good on you.
Thank you.
Do you really feel like you know who you are now? Like,
I definitely know who the fuck I am now. And it's, you know, crazy because the video editor that I did it in LA had borderline personality disorder. And a man with a borderline personality disorder is a very different beast. And there was a point where he gaslit me so hard, and you can tell my mental is very, very strong. It's very hard to pull one over on me. And he gaslit me so hard when we were breaking up that I called my mom sobbing, being like, am I a good person? Am I a real person? I was so like I didn't understand reality. And I even asked.
One of the people I got into the industry with was a male with BPD. Like,
they're different. They're really different.
Oh, yeah.
Because also they don't, like, it's a whole different beast. But, so you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked my therapist, I was like, look, I'm never above being wrong, but maybe I have BPD. She was like, no, because you literally are the same in no matter who you're talking to, you know who the fuck you are. That simply could not be possible. She was like, I'll evaluate you, but I'm telling you, you don't have it. And I didn't. But
did he try to gaslight you into thinking that you were the one that had it?
He tried to gaslight me about that and a bunch of other things. Also that I was a really horrible person and that I hated everyone. In fact, I never said that.
You just hate most people, not everyone.
No, I hated his friend's girlfriend because she said some off-color shit about school shootings. And as someone who witnessed both 9/11 and was very close to Sandy Hook, that shit does not rock with me. He was like, yeah, you know, a bunch of the people at my office who work there are scared to send their kids to school because of school shootings. And she goes, oh, are those really happening that often? Where have you been? Also, if it happens once, that's enough. And I was like, yeah.
Well, obviously not for America.
That's right, exactly. No, exactly. And I was like, yeah, I don't like that bitch. And apparently, yeah. So men with BPD are very, very, very different because of also how men express their emotions. So like, you know, women with BPD will like, you know, totally have a crying fit and do a lot like stuff like that. That's more meltdowny. I feel like men with BPD have more tantrums, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women with BPD, it's just like, it's like, it's very hot or cold at times. It's rough.
Yes, I've had women friends with BPD. I have one right now.
I've dated a couple.
Yes, I have some now. And the ones that I have now are very self-aware of it. I've had ones who were not. And the ones who are usually not are ones who are very privileged. So they can get away with being unaware and rich and BPD.
Money buys most things.
Money buys a lot of things. Money buys pussy, which is also why I like sex work, honestly. Because I feel like every interaction is transactional and people don't understand that it's a give and take. And usually if you have a friendship breakup or something, or, you know, a romantic breakup or a professional breakup, it's because somebody's taking more than somebody's giving. And that balance is not like, it's.
I mean, often, yes, but there's other variables in that. Like I've definitely had friendships fall apart because I took a path in life that was the path less fucking walked and they were fucking jealous about it.
That's true. But I feel, and that's happened to me too. I feel like in that moment, I was taking more than I was willing to give. And what I was giving before was like their comfort. And actually I'm taking my comfort. And that is an imbalance. You know what I mean? But all that to say is that, wait, what were we talking about before?
BPD.
No, there was something else that you said. And we were talking about, breakups and sex work. The reason why I like sex work is because the rules never change and they're extremely explicit. So you know what the give and the take is. And that honestly, like, I'm such a good communicator now. One, because I haven't gone to rehab, makes me a really great communicator. You have to learn how to do that. And then once I started doing it with myself in that situation, then I started doing it in my, you know, sex work life. And then that just kind of bled into other areas of my life. Yeah, and I feel like that's really important to do because you think like, okay, why am I interacting with this man? You know, if it's like, if I don't know that it's an extremely good dick, like if you haven't come with the Yelp reviews, what the fuck are you doing in my apartment? Right? If you're not,
I mean, sometimes you gotta do it for the bit.
that sometimes, you just want dick you'll never see again. Sometimes. And that's like where I'm like,
Oh no, I've definitely had some
not
pussy.
strange. Right.
I've definitely had some strange. I definitely have fucked some people where I did not ever learn their real name.
No, I used to write down every single person I fucked. And there's one person that says, Jake's brother's roommate, parentheses, anal. There's another one that says, rando after PhD club opening. Beats me too.
I'm a horrible person.
Yeah.
Like, there was definitely a girl, I don't remember her name. I know we hooked up a handful of times. I think we were technically dating. I do not remember her name.
Same. You know what you do in those situations? I figured out what to do. There was this dude, and he sent an Uber for me, and I asked the Uber driver what his name was. It was Kevin. It took me months. That's really bad. I would just say, hey, you're so cute, you. But yeah, no, I feel like, when women think about like, oh, sex work is weird because it's so, transactional. It's like, okay, but like, are you in a relationship with that man because he's giving you what you want and or need in the moment or in the tangible future? Or are you with him because of potential, because of dreams, because of nightmares?
Don't ever do things for fucking dreams.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so what are you actually getting out of this? Nothing? You're getting potential? Does that pay your bills?
Because sometimes people
tears?
Because sometimes people are fucking lonely and afraid to be alone.
Right. And like in that moment, that person has what you need in the moment. A warm body to sleep next to at night.
I've been that man before.
And I've been that girl before.
there have definitely been some people who have dated me and like they came to their senses like, oh, yeah, I could definitely do better.
Yeah. No, same. I like literally I was at like this dude that I dated. I'm another dude that I'm still friends with, one of his friends, because obviously. And I was just looking at him and I was like, I dated you when I hated myself. Just like based off appearance. I'm like, you are giving nothing. And that's okay. But in the moment, he was giving everything, which was raw dick.
Hey, sometimes that's enough.
Yeah, I just need to be piped down in the moment.
You know what's never enough though?
What?
Just being nice. That's never fucking enough because that is baseline.
That's true. That's really true, honestly. And you know what's interesting? Like, I feel like growing up was always the person who like was friends with everybody. Like I was well known, but I was just friends with everybody because just like, I think because I've had such low moments in my life, it's like you've been so low, you never want anybody else to feel that way. And you've been so high that you want other people to feel that way, right?
Yeah, you want bullying to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, but two things can be true at the same time.
For sure. I just wanted to wanted to call you on that.
No, I think both of those things are true. And
obviously, you said them. They're on record. They're
true.
on fucking record.
I actually did say both those things because I do think they're both true. But I feel like a lot of times, like people who like, you ever seen like a movie where like the popular kid's an asshole? And I'm like, this movie was totally written by someone who was like a loser, but also rude, because when is the popular person ever an asshole? You know what I mean? Everybody liked and idolized this person, but they also hated them. That doesn't make any sense. No. If you're popular, you're obviously doing something that makes a lot of people enjoy you, and you're probably yourself all the fucking time.
Right. Well, and they're generally just ignoring the people that are unpopular.
No, exactly. I'm like, who wrote this fucking film?
Oh, I mean, you think the writers were the popular kids in school?
You're right. You're right. Exactly.
And that's the thing that most of America needs to disconnect from is, actually most of the world, is every piece of entertainment you've ever enjoyed was written by someone who's a fucking writer who's making this up.
Yeah, Mindy Kaling. Dude, I watch the Mindy Project all the time. That bitch is so weird.
I mean, look at Girls. Like, that has any basis in reality?
You know what's funny? Is like when you watch Girls, okay, when you watch Sex and the City, you're like, okay, I am a Carrie, I am a Samantha. You're one of those archetypes. Unfortunately, when you watch Girls, you realize you are all of them. Nah, you're all of them, unfortunately. But like, do you remember that episode where Childish Gambino was the black Republican dating Lena Dunham?
Yep.
Jump scare. Oh my God, this is America. Oh my God.
So many people like all forms of entertainment, porn, not even just porn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I remember as a kid, my dad being like, oh, I wanted you to go take karate lessons, but I want to find you a Mr. Miyagi type fucking.
Oh my God.
Like,
sir,
that is a fictional character.
Sir, oh my God, stop. Do you know how many people will tell me that I look like, well, I mean, I like these women. They'll be like, oh my God, you're kind of like Zendaya. You're kind of like Keke Palmer. I'm like, no, I'm actually just Addis. We're just black at the same time. That's what's going on. But like, you know, they're like, oh no, you literally could be in Euphoria. I'm like, I mean, sure, like I did do a shit ton of drugs, like I am kind of vibey, but like I don't think like I'm just like Rue Volume 2. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Sydney Sweeney is not her character. She's not Cassie.
No, and she's certainly not Megan Fox. No. Nar, babes, nar.
Right. It's all acting. It's all fucking, it's not real. Stop basing shit off fucking fiction.
That's right. And you know, when people talk about how porn is ruining real sex, I'm like, well, here's the thing. Do you talk to your friends like they do on a sitcom? No, because that would be strange. You have to obviously act out a scenario of conversation in a sitcom because it's TV.
Right.
Similar to porn. Obviously, you're not going to have sex in missionary position where the bodies are all covered because then you can't see it on the camera. You have to have missionary position like this. That is how that works because you're performing. Yet for some reason, if I ran into Jerry Seinfeld on the street and he wasn't being funny, it would be weird if I was like, guys, I saw Jerry Seinfeld and that's an unfunny bitch. They'd be like, well, he was off duty. Yeah, me too. That's why I'm not fucking you.
Right. Exactly.
That's it.
It's really that simple.
People just don't understand that it's actually sex acting. But also, I was talking to my aunt the other day and she was like, you know, you ever been in like a really, really high-rise building? You're on like the 53rd floor and you notice that the windows are super clean and you think, who cleans the windows, right? There's somebody that cleans the windows and even though you don't know who does it, you know that somebody does. You might not know who does the porn, who records the porn, who edits the porn, but it's a very important job because at the end of the day, you're making people happy and it's entertainment.
Exactly.
And those people are real people because I would never say, fuck those bitches who clean the windows on the 53rd floor.
No, someone needs to do the job. Someone's paying those people because someone has to do the fucking job.
And you know, exactly. Somebody has to do the job. Like there's a market for it, but also there's a need for it. It's not even just a market. There's a need.
Right.
And like when I hear sex workers work, I throw that shit out the window because I think it's at this point a really trite way of just like trying to seem woke. What I like to say personally is sex workers are workers because that says regardless of what you think about the profession, the person doing it is what legitimizes and humanizes the job.
Oh yeah. Well, I one of the things I fight with people in the comments about all the time is like, oh, that's not a real job. I'm like, then why does the industry generate billions a year?
Exactly.
Like, you know what the best way to fight pornography is? Vote with your wallet. Stop spending money on it.
Open your purse. I actually have my Cash App account in all my links on my Instagram, so you can donate to a sex worker.
But 100%, I'm assuming you would stop doing sex work if you made no money at it.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a reason why I had a corporate job, which is like what America wants you to do. And also at the same time, I was throwing ass at night, okay? I had the job that you're supposed to have. I was doing the American dream. I'm working on the biggest campaigns. I'm working at the best advertising agency in the fucking world. Out of college, I worked at Wyden Kennedy, which did the Colin Kaepernick Nike ads. They did the Sweetie McDonald's meal. That whole celebrities having McDonald's meals, that's the place that I worked at. So I'm working at the creme de la creme place and still doing sex work, and you're trying to tell me that it's not work? Babes, look inside.
One thing that being a content creator has taught me is there are a lot of really stupid people out there.
So many. Oh, God. And this is why I think we should bring back bullying, because not everybody needs to feel like their opinion matters. Because sometimes your opinion doesn't matter.
Often.
Let's wake that up. Often your opinion doesn't matter. You know, and like when I honestly like see some people who I think are unqualified or honestly it's unnecessary that they should be giving their opinion on certain social justice issues, I'm like, yeah, you don't have to have an opinion on everything. In fact, I think we should normalize shutting the fuck up. I
agree. And it's one of those things where like, why I don't chime in a lot of times on like celebrity deaths or just other shit that doesn't, it's not my wheelhouse. Like,
it's not your wheelhouse, right? Like, and you know, I really do think like when there are certain other communities that are going through tragedies in their communities, I'm outside that. I don't think that I need to fix my fingers to post on social media.
You know what? I am a Jew. And guess what? Do you know what I said about fucking Israel and Palestine during all this? Fucking nothing.
Right.
Because I don't know enough to actually fucking chime in on this shit. I am absolutely aware that like, I am not up on geopolitical politics.
Yes.
Nearly enough to give my fucking opinion on this shit.
Sometimes, honestly, shutting the fuck up and listening is what people actually need.
Oh, 100%.
We don't need everybody to be on their soapbox. We actually need people to be watching the soapbox.
Back to my original point of the internet gave everyone a voice, but not all voices are created equal.
No, like actually, it's, you know, somebody made a TikTok the other day about how like, you know, when people say, oh, you know, I get Botox or I get filler or I, you know, laser my legs because I want to. It's like you think that you coming out of your home with that outfit, that hair, whatever, is purely your constructed idea of what you want to look like. Be so fucking for real. we've internalized these ideals, and you think that you're the MacGyver who came up with this entire unique idea on your own. No. Let's actually really think about that. Like, of course, we've internalized these things. We pick the ones that we like because the way that you present yourself is communicating. The way that you talk to people, the way you sit next to people, and you think that you invented communication.
Not at all.
Let's see the receipts. You know, and that was like a real TikTok that I saw, and I was like, oh my God, this girl really thinks that she's eating, and she actually just burped.
Oh, my favorite is people commenting like, oh, no one knows who you are. It's like, no, just because you.
Right? Exactly.
Just because you don't know who this person is doesn't mean that many other people don't.
Oh, exactly. I always said, like, you know, my grandma, she passed away when I was 17, and I would always come home from middle school and be like, Grandma, why do all these weird kids at school have boyfriends? I don't have a boyfriend. I think I'm actually pretty cool. My grandma would be like, you know what, Addis? Every pot has a cover. That's it. And I'd be like, you know what? You're right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
She was right about that.
And so, because I'm a toxic human being, I've definitely run away from some covers of my day.
Same. You know what? Sometimes I've been the pot that needed to be avoided.
Yep.
The pot that had a little bit of, you know, stuff scraped at the bottom. And you're like, I don't really know about that one. Look good at first, but not that one.
Yeah, you may not want to cover this one.
Right, exactly.
This one may have some issues.
This one actually might have been too scraped up. We might need to send this one to get fixed.
Yeah. Maybe just a little.
We might need to send that one to Hazelwood and Betty Ford.
Right?
Hazelwood and Betty Ford really fixed me up real good. So I definitely recommend if anybody, you know, needs to go to a treatment program, they have an IOP, they have an inpatient, they have a bunch of services. And, you know, take what you like, leave the rest. Don't overwhelm yourself. And I feel like you may be set up for success. I say may because, you know, personal experience.
What were your poisons before you went in?
Everything stimulant and everything alcohol. So I don't drink at all. The last time I had alcohol it had to have been 4 years ago. Yeah, the last time I had alcohol was about 4 years ago. Yeah.
Right.
I think that should be about right, yeah. But I can't say I'm without stimulants because I do take Vyvanse for my ADHD. But yeah, so that is, but that's a doctor prescribed medication.
Yeah. Socially acceptable.
Socially acceptable meth. Yes. But yeah, no, I honestly, I've done pretty much everything except heroin. So.
Just don't like needles or?
No, I mean, you can snort heroin if you wanted.
I mean, you could boof heroin if you want to. It doesn't mean you should. Yeah,
no, I mean, I never did anything with needles. I mean, it's funny. This is maybe going to be one of the most fucked up things I've said on the show.
I'm here for it.
So someone was like, we were talking about, you know, traumas. Like I had a really bad eating disorder. Like I looked very sick in college. Like I looked very, very ill. And they were like, did you ever like, you know, make yourself throw up? I was like, I mean, sometimes, but like honestly, like I didn't like the bulimia bloat. And they were like, did you ever cut yourself? I was like, I'm too vain to cut myself. Are you kidding me? Stop. I'm too pretty.
Were you effectively giving yourself anorexia from running so much?
No, it was honestly, it got worse when I stopped running because at that point, like I knew exactly what to eat and when to fuel my body for a race. Like I knew, and I'm one of those runners who needs a full stomach to run. I had other teammates who would be like, if I ate as much as you, I would throw up on the course, but I like to feel like I had substance and I wasn't going to faint. So it was like once I didn't have the responsibility of performing and once like I didn't have constant exercise to keep my body in a way, I had to just kind of like force some element of control, but also too, I like went to schools that like just really idolized being stick skinny. So like that was just one that was naturally my body type. I forced it even more. And then also just felt elements of control because I actually did have a boyfriend who passed away right before senior year. So I was like, you know, grieving.
Did you kill a man?
Stop. I didn't kill him. You're funny. No, I didn't kill him. I mean, maybe I killed somebody else. You know, maybe they were like watching maybe,
allegedly.
Maybe they were watching one of my Bang Bros videos and they just like had a heart attack because like I busted open way too big. I believe that. Killed by pussy.
Just some poor fat bastard in Alabama just
gooning over me like
But that's not you, that's the image.
Exactly. That's just like me performing that I love multiple cocks in me. Of course, I don't actually. Why would I like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a rumor. We need to shut that one down.
Do we? I think it would be better for your OF if you don't shut that one down.
That's true. So we're going to revise it. Remember, I want 28 dicks inside of me by next Tuesday. Let's make it happen.
That's a very specific number.
Yeah, I'm 28 years old, one for every year.
Oh.
You know, like sometimes
congrats for making it out of the 27 club.
Thank you. Woo! You know, sometimes runners will do like 1 mile for every year. Like they'll be like, I turned 30, I'm going to run 30 miles. Like each of my friends going to run 30 miles. Like I should do that with dicks. Like when I turn 29, I'm going to find 29 different dicks to suck.
I think we should find 58.
58?
Yeah, 2 for every year. Why limit yourself to 1 a year?
That's so true. Why not take a crazy chance? Why not do a crazy dance? If you lose a moment, you might lose a lot. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Do you know what that's from?
No.
That's a Hillary Duff song.
That's why I don't know.
Why not take a crazy chance? Why not do a crazy dance? You don't know that song?
Not at all.
If you lose a moment, you might lose a lot. So why not? Why not?
Nope.
No?
As an old cis white male, I do not know that one.
Wow. Did you ever watch That's So Raven?
No, I'm aware of it, but I had never
You know the theme song? It's so good. She'd be like, you can gaze into the future. You know that life could be a breeze. I was a huge Disney head. Like if Miley Cyrus walked in right now, I'd fall the fuck out.
I mean, we both would, because that would be really unexpected.
That'd be so weird, but like I drink that bitch's bathwater. Down.
By the way, she's hiding behind the curtain.
Oh my God. Hannah Montana.
One of these days, when I have a real budget, I will just have celebrities behind the curtain just to walk out.
I think you should have Chet Hanks behind. I think you should also have Hunter Biden. I'd fuck Hunter Biden. I throw it back for Hunter Biden.
He looks like a fun dude to party with.
No, he actually is. He's very zaddy. He's hot.
He's also a fucking lawyer. Everyone's like, he's such a crack. He's like went to Harvard Law.
I mean, literally, I know a lot of dudes who are like high-powered lawyers that like do a bunch of drugs. So I feel like he kind of fits in. I feel like he's kind of a normie.
One of my good friends who I lovingly used to refer to as the party lawyer.
The party lawyer.
Yeah.
Stop. You know, actually, there was so in rehab, usually they have like big group and then they have like your little process groups. And there was someone in my process group who was like in big law and he was addicted to Adderall and he had to go to rehab for that. And he was like, I am honestly scared to go back to big law if I'm not doing Adderall because I genuinely do not think that I could keep up. He was like, I would stay up for 2-3 days, get the shit done, crash for 2 days. But like I would always get it done. And like I was known as that guy who would always get it done. What am I going to do if I can't do that?
Then why was he in rehab?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I think like honestly, you know what? I think like his wife made him go or something like that.
He should have left her. He's a lawyer. He would have gotten everything.
No, exactly. I was like, you know what? I think you're actually kind of fine.
What's your thoughts on prenups?
I honestly don't even like marriage.
Fair enough.
Because why would I get the government involved in my breakup?
So
you should stay out of women's business.
I've said that multiple times, but the real thought process on it is like end of life shit. You have to have some random if you don't draw up a living trust, you have to have random family members make decisions for you.
Yeah, you know, honestly, my grandfather, he died right before Thanksgiving. He was like 92, 93, very old man. And one thing about a Capricorn is they love money. A Capricorn is a hustler down, and his will airtight, prepared. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, but y'all are gonna be all right. So I think I would just honestly just like prepare a really, really dope will. Not even dope, but like airtight.
But it's stuff like you're incapacitated in a fucking hospital or some shit.
Right. You know what? That's a great point. Maybe, like, you know what? Could I do, like, a civil partnership with, like, my best friend?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
I would
you
do.
could draw up a living trust. You just have to have that shit drawn up.
I think I would honestly just, like, do a something like that so that I could get health insurance. Like, you know, I have friends who work at, like, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, a bunch of, like, boutique banks and stuff. Maybe I should civil marry them so that I can get their health insurance.
I agree.
Let's wake that up. Also, if there's like a really cute guy who like wants to sponsor me and like be my civil partner, please, my DMs are open.
What is the bonus of being your civil partner?
I'll throw it back on you. A bow.
So at least a silver PPO to throw it back?
Exactly. At least silver. Gold preferred.
Platinum preferred. Come on.
Platinum preferred. That's what we're talking about.
Come on, don't sell yourself short here.
I was talking to my mom about catastrophic health insurance because I'd never heard about it. That shit is crazy. I've never heard of that before. She was like, don't do it. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. But like, that's crazy. Does anybody who's listening have catastrophic health insurance? Not that I'm making fun of you, but I'm actually just genuinely curious.
I'm not even familiar with what it is.
It's basically like, I'm pretty sure your deductible is super, super high. But like, if you get into a crazy catastrophic accident, you're set.
Oh, shit. That is like California standard.
Really?
So a lot of employers will be like, oh, we're offering health insurance. It's a bronze HMO with a $6,000 a year deductible.
Right.
Like, how am I going to, unless I have some catastrophe happen, how the fuck am I even going to meet this deductible?
No, exactly. So I think this is basically them.
I've just never heard it called that.
So I think we should actually pencil in a catastrophe into your Google Calendar. What kind of catastrophe? Are we thinking like,
Oh, I have good health insurance.
hit your home? Okay. I'm just kidding.
I have a silver PPO. Sorry.
So like, do you want to civil marry me?
I got to test drive first.
Yeah, that's true. You could teach me how to drive.
Oh, that's not what I meant. That is not what I meant. Because the benefit I was told is that you're going to throw it back.
That's true.
I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm going to sign a contract sight unseen.
Okay, true. You know what? I guess like once we get off this, like we'll figure it out. We'll drop a contract. I'll have my people call your people. You know?
All right, I'll get the party lawyer on the horn.
Ah, yes. We'll give him some Joshua. He'll use it as a chaser.
Yeah, he is sober these days.
Oh my God. Congrats, party lawyer. What's his zodiac sign?
Shit.
What's his birthday?
Shit. I have Google calendars for this shit.
Yes.
But yeah, I have many photos of him like passed out in Japan of us carrying him out of restaurants and shit.
Oh my God, that's kind of cool.
It's such a hard drinking culture there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, have you ever had baijiu in China?
I haven't been to China yet.
So in China, they have this thing called baijiu. It's kind of like Everclear. Like this shit is rank. And then when you drink it, you go ganbei, which is like empty the cup. So you cheers and go ganbei.
I'm down.
Yeah, you gonna go ganbei over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I dare you.
Yeah, it's a goal to drink around the world.
Yeah. Okay, where have we hit so far? Where are we going next? What have we done?
Well, Cuba's
Where are we
next.
going? Okay, true, real.
You want to come with?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I'm serious.
I love to be invited anywhere.
All right. I mean, you're already going to be in Miami for Expos.
That's true.
I'm leaving at the Friday after Expos ends to go to Havana.
Okay, cool. Like I actually, if you look at my Instagram, you'll see like I'm all my schedule is scheduled out from literally up until Expos. So yeah, okay,
Okay, cool.
amazing,
Awesome.
guys. We're going to Cuba.
Going to Cuba.
Hey,
You legally have to say you're going for journalism.
I'm going for science.
Nope, that is not one of the 12 reasons the U.S. government will allow you
I'm
to go.
going for journalism. I write for Glamour magazine, and I am going for journalism.
Well, as I like to say last time I went to, is like, it doesn't state that you have to go for successful journalism.
That's so true. I could write for like what's that thing? I could write for Daily Mail.
Right. Well, you could just write a freelance piece, and if no one buys it, you still wrote it.
That's true, and it was for journalism technically.
Because there are only 12 reasons a U.S. citizen can legally enter Cuba.
Yeah.
And journalism is the easiest one in my book.
Uh-huh.
Seeing as I
What are the other ones?
supported the Cuban people,
Okay.
missionary work, visit family.
No, it's not believable. You're too pale.
Yeah, and I don't speak Spanish.
It's mostly because you're too pale. You couldn't. I don't believe.
There are some very white Cubans.
Yeah, but like I don't think that's you. Like for some reason, it's giving like. For some reason, it's giving like plays cornhole at the family reunion.
Wow. That is the most insulting thing you've said to me this whole show. Wow.
I said you're white. You're Caucasian.
I mean, first you're insinuating I'd be invited to the family reunion.
Ooh, that's true. That's right. All dumbass Aquariuses are hereby excommunicated from the mobster family. The end.
Wow. Maybe I'm going to rescind this invitation.
Don't do it because here's the thing. Like I am a retired crazy girl, so like I might just show up to Cuba.
Oh, no. I'm legitimately inviting you.
You know, have you ever seen like guys or people who are like, how does this ex-girlfriend or this girl know that his follower count went up by what and who it is? And I was like, I'll tell you exactly what she did. What she did is she made a burner account and she blocked every single person that he was following so that it said 0. And then when he followed another person, it just said 1. That's what she did. You want to know why I know that? Because I'm a retired crazy girl. And I only use my powers for good now.
How retired are you?
Retired in that, like, my friend who called me the other day was like, so when you do your background searches on people, do they know? And I was like, nah, they don't know. And she was like, okay, I'm dating this girl who, like, says that she's on probation. What is she on probation for? Boop, 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 boop. Found it.
That's all public record.
Yeah, but, like, I also was able to dig up some real shit on this bitch. I'm actually, like, I'm really, really, really good. Like, I could even just, like, look at an uncaptioned photo and just, like, piece the puzzle pictures together and be like, you ever seen, like, Jimmy Neutron when he has the brain blast? That's me.
If I was prepared, a little more prepared, I would have fucking uncaptioned photos for you. Be like,
you figured out?
Build the scene.
Yeah, you ever see, like, the videos where, like, you know, like, the nerd who's about to hack, like, cracks his knuckles, That's me when I'm about to stalk someone on the internet.
See, I was actually just trained in the shit, so.
Oh, my God, you were?
I was a private investigator for a while.
Oh, my God, that's cool.
Eh.
Okay. What else have you done in the past? What have your other jobs been?
IT professional.
Okay.
Armed courier.
Mm-hmm.
Private investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza delivery driver. I'm not naming them in order.
I figured.
I didn't go from, PI to delivering pizzas.
Oh, yeah, no. I figured that it was either, like, out of order or that was a side quest.
No, that was a side quest in between IT and.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what else do we have here? You listed 4.
Well, whatever you want to call, like, my porn career.
Okay.
because I edit, I've been a PA. I've done most of the behind the scenes jobs, and I've just never wanted to be talent.
Which studios?
Let's see. I've worked for MindGeek. I've worked for Mile High. Worked for Burning Angel. A bunch of people's OF shit.
Cool.
So,
Nice. Okay.
well, because my audience has heard this before, but the way I got in was I was providing security for girls, like for feature gigs and for the feature gigs, convention shit like that. That's how I got in. So
Yes. Okay. That makes sense to me.
yeah, it was one of those things where like I wanted to make movies, and I didn't meet anyone in Chicago who made real movies. I just met people that did porn. So it's
Is there a lot of porn in Chicago?
no.
Well,
But
that's what I figured. Okay.
at the time, there were 7 people who shot for Burning Angel that lived there,
Okay. Yes, this makes sense.
and the bar I hung out at did a Burning Angel night. So I got to meet
Yeah.
everybody.
You ever met Joanna Angel?
Oh yeah.
She's cool. She's going to actually be in my Soho House event. So we're doing my event series is called The Lust Files. And it's basically like me and my business partner met at the speaking event. We got along really well. And we noticed that like all the spaces talk about sex. Like I said, we're either like slapstick or, instructional, like how to squirt, how to peg, right? Or they were like about trauma. We were like, fuck that. What if we talked about shit in a curiously empathetic way? So we are contracted with Soho House to do a bunch of events this year. All the ones that we've done so far have been sold out completely. We can also still list people who are not Soho House members, but if you are, you can just like book it through the app. And the first one that we did was about how to have a better relationship with porn. So I was obviously on the stage. We had a sex therapist, and we also had an STI destigmatization activist.
So what's a bad relationship with porn?
I guess people who like, scorn porn, people who like, are embarrassed about what kind of porn they watch, people who think porn is bad, people who, are scared of it, stuff like that. People who think that the way that they're watching porn is like compulsory to cover up something else, anything under that umbrella, right? So we were just talking about that. And then we had another event that was also about BDSM and kink. So we had like 2 doms, and then one of their subs who's on stage and talking to us also sold out. And yeah, the next one that we're doing is about orgasms.
Nice.
So Joanna Angel is going to be one of our many guests, and I'm very excited about it.
Very cool. Yeah, no, Joe and I go way back.
Yeah? Oh, you know everybody. You should come. Do you want to come? It's in New York.
When?
April 9th at 6:30.
Maybe, actually.
Okay.
I'm potentially supposed to be in New York for a birthday party around then, so.
Ooh, somebody who's an Aries is having a birthday party.
A couple.
Ooh, Aries love to fight. Do they fight?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mostly verbally.
Yeah, exactly. They oh my God. And Aries will always be like, okay, well, if you can take it or leave it. And if you want to leave it, then fuck you. And it's like, whoa, man, we weren't even saying all that. Hey, let's relax. That's an Aries.
I will have to figure it out because it's one of those like, in theory, I'm going to be in Vegas for a week at the end of this month, and then I'm going to be in Cuba expos. It's like, do I have the funds to travel this much? Because, sadly, no one is paying to watch me fuck. So,
God. No one's going to pay you $1,000 to watch you shit on the floor. It's crazy.
I mean, if someone will, I will shit on the floor.
I'll do it too.
You'll pay me $1,000? Dope.
You fucking wish.
Yes, I do. That was exactly the statement. That was exactly the statement.
You're like, no, yeah, we're on the same page.
Yes, we agree, right?
Yeah.
This is a verbal contract. This is binding.
Oh my God, it is. No, that's true. Okay, well, I guess we know what we're doing once we cut the cameras.
I mean, this is just a show for you. No cameras.
That's true. Oh, God. Paparazzi, no cameras, please.
What? My audience has heard this. Part of the reason I never wanted to be a performer is like, 1, I don't think I could do the job.
Sure.
2, it was just like,
Most people can't do the job.
no, it's not an easy job.
Yeah.
And when I got in, there was only studio work. Like, there were very few clip stores. So it's like, I'm not equipped to do the job, especially on a real set.
That makes sense. Honestly, the number of especially dudes that I meet who are like, how do I get in the porn industry? And I'm like, well, why do you want to do it? And they're like, well, I like having sex. I'm like, okay, well, I like eating food. Should I be a chef? You want me to go on Iron Chef? Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it'd be hilarious.
Can you? No, like,
I would love to watch Gordon Ramsay yell at you.
Oh my God, stop. No. What do you think would happen if Gordon Ramsay yelled at me? Like describe the scenario. Like, let's situation soundtrack it.
Oh, he would yell at you, and then it would not end well for him.
Exactly. No, that's true.
That's exactly how I say it. Great television.
But that would honestly, like
you just throwing down your fucking apron and be like, fuck this.
I'd be like, you know what, bitch? And you're fucking weird and ugly. And I would say something really crazy to him, and then we would get into a verbal argument. And then I might, go Nicki Minaj Roman on him.
And then it would be cut that you just, walked off set.
Yeah, exactly. There would be some sort of thing that was like, and then drama ensued. You ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Once or twice.
Do you remember that scene where Tyra's yelling at the girl? She's like, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. When my mother yells at me like this, because she loves me. Learn from this. That is literally one of the best pieces of reality television I've seen. It's that tied with When Pumpkins Spit on New York in Flavor of Love. We just don't have reality TV like that anymore. Everyone's too media trained.
Oh, yeah.
Like, remember when the Kardashians, they brought back a homeless person to their house to give him a makeover? That would simply, like, never happen.
Don't talk about Ray J like that.
Stop! Stop! Oh my God, stop. No. Okay, Nightmare Blunt Rotation. Kanye's Kim Kardashian. Ray J's Kim Kardashian. Pete Davidson's Kim Kardashian.
All three of them don't know how to fuck.
Exactly.
I love that, like, so many people were like, oh, she's so hot. I'm like, if that Ray J video was anything to go by, like, get a sex doll. It'd be more entertaining.
No, true. But, like, she does have a really cute pussy, though, I will say.
Cool.
That's the only thing. Yeah. I'm just trying to give her 1 point.
I mean, she has rad fake tits, so she did.
That's true. You know what's interesting is, like, have you seen online that there's that argument between, or the long-standing rivalry between Kourtney and Kim? Here's my thing is, like, it's always been about Kim. That's why the rest of them have their life, because Kim was ready to do what she had to do and put them all on the map. But Kim's also the one who's the most interesting, the most dynamic, and the most hardworking. Kourtney just doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. The personality, the drive. So if you want to have Kardashian money, but you don't want to understand that you have this because of Kim, let's not think about the fact that Kim, you know, is always the center of attention and just talk about how you feel very inadequate, because Kim's never been anything but her fucking self. So if you want to leave the life and, like, drop all the money and, like, go live as a recluse, sure, but you're not going to do it.
I don't get it, but I understand. Your little sister showing you up.
That's exactly what it is. And it's literally an insecurity thing. And it's like, has it ever not been that way? No. But, like, have you reaped the benefits of that? Yes. So, like, maybe let's not complain if you're not going to leave the family and, like, actually be about it. So I think the moral of this entire conversation is, if you're going to be about it, be about it. That's, I think, the general theme of what we would talk about, you know?
Yeah.
If you're going to be about sex workers, be about it. If you're going to be about bullying coming back, be about it. If you're going to be about traveling and having no food restrictions, be fucking about it.
Anything in life.
Exactly.
If you're going to do it, be about it. Like,
and I think that's honestly, like, why people are so, like, you know, in the industry and other parts of other industries that I'm in, people are genuinely very shocked when I am exactly the same in person as I am in real life. I'm like, no, I really do keep the same energy for everybody, which, you know, is difficult when it's a close friend that does something that's off color, or, you know, someone that I'm dating says something homophobic or racist. I'm like, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go, because I really don't stand for that shit. I've actually had friends who try to talk badly to me about other friends that, like, maybe they're also friends with or not. And I'm like, I would never let anybody talk like that about you. I don't know why you thought you could do that to me about a different person. And I really do cut them off, because that's just not how I am.
good on you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely let some friends talk some shit, because sometimes I agree.
So, well, cool. Yeah, exactly. But when it's like they're trying to start shit, I'm like, no, you think you can drag this person because you want me to be on your side to validate it. And I'm not going to do that, because I would never let them talk like that about you for no reason.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, you got to look at people and, like, if all they have to talk about is other people, what's going on in their life?
Exactly. And that's why, you know, when these confidence coaches get on, like, I'm the hottest shit ever. It's like, if all you think about in terms of feeling good about yourself is your appearance, what happens when you don't have that? That's all we're going to talk about is, like, I'm hot, my ass is hot, my whatever. If that were the case, then anybody could just get a BBL and go on OnlyFans and make $100K a month, but that's not the case.
That's not the case no matter how hot you are.
Of course.
I mean, back to the, it's not real work. Like, motherfucker, it's more marketing than anything else.
Yes, I am a marketing genius. I am.
Yet you're here for some reason.
I know. I'm a project manager. I am the star. I am the director. I am the, oh my God, it's.
Well, I'm just talking about the marketing misstep of being on this show.
True. You're right. We should cut this entire thing.
The minute she's off here, going back to her publicist and her friend and be like, what the fuck?
No, exactly. I'm going to be like, guys, I think we need to take a break from this working relationship.
Like, we need to reevaluate this shit.
No, exactly. Like, because I am a corporate baddie, like, I can do a VLOOKUP just as good as I can deep throat a dick. I'm just saying.
You put me on mic with a fucking Aquarius, and he's a cis white male. What is happening here?
God, he's cis and he's white and he's a man. That triple threat. He's a demon.
And an Aquarius.
And an Aquarius. God, you might as well just send me to the guillotine.
Nah, at least with the guillotine, there'd be some French pastries or some shit.
That's true. If you could send anyone to the guillotine, who would it be?
I don't care about people that much.
Good point. Would it be you?
No.
Okay.
I'm really a thanaphobe, so I'm trying to live as long as possible, as much as my lifestyle doesn't actually, pretend.
That makes a lot of sense. I do see that for you.
Trying to live forever?
Yeah. So you could do this podcast every single day.
Oh, if I didn't have to do the post work on it every single time, if I had enough money for a staff, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But seeing as I'm the editor on this shit too.
Whoa, look at you, a jack of all trades.
Oh yeah, no. This thing is completely soup to nuts me.
Very cool. Whoa.
Why would I have enough time in my day to be bothered by someone enough to be like, I wish you dead?
So like, okay, you know what? Maybe you've actually just been very lucky to not meet some really awful people.
Oh no, I've met a lot of awful people. I just don't give them real estate.
Oh, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, I see that for you. That makes sense.
Yeah, no. There's plenty of people that I don't like. I don't want to be around. Yeah. I don't want to give them any of my energy, including the time, the energy, the effort to actually fucking have emotional investment to hate them.
Ooh, you should write an essay on that. I would read that.
I'm illiterate.
That's true. That's why you're a private investigator.
Yep, never had to write a report or anything.
No, exactly. You just had to press buttons and then eventually find somebody.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where like, why the fuck would you spend that kind of fucking energy to be like, I hate that. Fuck that person. Like, surround yourself with people that bring you fucking joy.
Yeah.
Like,
what brings you joy?
Travel, drink, the cheap dopamine that I can find.
Boobs.
Oh, yeah, the cheap dopamine, for sure. I love boobs. Yeah. Having interesting conversations with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hearing people's other point of views. Like, because we don't necessarily have to fucking agree on everything.
That's true. I think that people should normalize that. And the thing is, my friend said this in one of his essays, actually. He said, whenever I'm faced with a conflict, I think, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? And usually if I want to be right, it's because I have the time to be right.
Oh, yeah. No. There's something satisfying about just enforcing your will on someone verbally and being like, I'm right.
Yes, exactly. But you have the time and you have the, the bandwidth to either lose that relationship and not care about it, or to have to spend the emotional energy on caring about it, but also being right. Like you have to be willing to like be able to give being right some time and some emotional space.
Definitely.
But like, if you want to be happy, you're not going to do that.
There's been times in my life where like, and this is all things I've come to later in life. Mm-hmm. Like, in my 20s, I just fought people.
Sure. Yeah.
In my 20s, like, some of my old school friends are like, you get fucking shitty angry about something? No way. No, that would never happen. What? My traumatized childhood coming out and fucking me lashing out at people? No. No.
What? You must be thinking about my other evil twin.
But as I've gotten older, it's just like, no. It's about owning my own fucking, when I fuck shit up, fucking owning it. And if I come hat in hand and try to own shit and people still don't want to fucking fuck with me, just walk away. Mm-hmm. Be like, all right, I did everything I can. I cannot control other fucking people.
Sure. I believe that.
I hope so. I hope you can believe you can't control other people, even though you are in a much better position to control other people than I am.
It's true, because everybody knows that the world is run by the pink and the green, the pussy and the money.
It is. Mm-hmm. It really is. Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy thing about 2024 life is like, y'all are allowed to actually say that now. Mm-hmm. Like, say that shit out loud.
Mm-hmm. It's really true. Actually, an old lady told me that once. She was like, well, this lady must have been like 88. She was like, well, the world is run by the pink and the green. And I was like, is it? And she told me that. I was like, real.
Yeah.
This is why you lived as long as you have, because you know that.
No, exactly. Well, and
that's the secrets to the world.
The reason the pink didn't rule as well back in the days, we as fucking shitbag humans were allowed to bring violence to the table to stop the pink from ruling us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And now that, that is not socially acceptable. Mm-hmm. The pink could actually take its proper place.
No, the fact that like women could not have bank accounts and then all of a sudden they decide to invent credit scores, like let's think about that.
Or the fact that like it wasn't outlawed to fucking not hit your wife until like the 20s.
Right, exactly. Can you imagine you could just like deck a bitch and like then go to work?
She didn't make my sandwich.
People do that now. People do that now. Why am I saying, can you imagine? People literally do that now.
Back in the day, if I rolled into work and be like, yeah, I had to smack Doris because she didn't make my fucking lunch, the guys are like, you did the right thing.
They'd be like, yeah, absolutely. Me too.
Right. These days, if I rolled in and be like, yo, just smack my girl up because whatever. I hope most people be like, the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's true. Actually, that's a really great point.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Like, it wasn't right then, but it was a societal norm.
True.
people need to understand that morality and legality are two separate fucking things.
Oh, they're literally night and day.
Yeah.
They're night and day. They're Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. They're Zach and Cody. They're whatever the Wayans twins' names are. Aren't they twins? Aren't two of them twins? Or are they all brothers?
Well, there's just
The ones in White Chicks. Aren't they not twins?
no. Marlon and
Damon?
no, Damon's an older one.
Was he not in White Chicks?
Sean and Marlon were in White Chicks.
There we go. Thank you. Yeah. If they're not twins, oops.
Yeah, no, there's Kim. There's a sister.
There's a sister?
Did you never watch In Living Color back in the day?
She's their whoa. You just blew my mind. I actually have a Living Color hat that my cousin who's at Harvard gave it to me.
Nice.
Yes. Shout out Janelle.
But back to the original point, like, when people are like, oh, you're ruining society. Like, society's always changing and adapting.
Sure.
Like, just because shit worked 100 years ago doesn't mean it works today in any way, fucking shape, or form.
That's like why I'm like, okay, look at history and think, has societal norms and expectations ever really benefited you to the greatest good? If it hasn't, then maybe believing in the societal norms, whichever one or all of them, probably isn't in your best interest.
Most of them don't actually even really exist behind closed doors.
And they don't even protect you. It's like, okay, like this dude got married to you because out of obligation, because they feel like if you date someone for 3 years, you must get engaged or else you've wasted their time. And then now he's going to go and cheat on you because in his mind, he thinks that like he has someone who will never leave him. And it's also very important to keep up the appearance of having a wife.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or sex work. Sex work. We all acknowledge it's the oldest profession.
Sure, yes.
I personally have found, and correct me if I'm wrong, since you are the actual sex worker, that sex work actually only matters to the middle class.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Literally only matters to the middle class because here's the thing: like the number of dudes who have a lot of money, who will put girls up in apartments, will be their regulars, will be their whales, will be their sugar daddies, whatever, is a lot. The number of guys who don't have that much money and will like go to the Blade or dudes who are truckers and have girls stop at the truck stop is a lot. Like it's actually such culturally a thing, but the middle market hasn't really been figured out yet because it's like girls who I find that the middle market of sex work hasn't really been ironed out because it's people who kind of take little bits and pieces from the lower and higher end elements.
Well, because once again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the higher end lies about it. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. And then just behind closed doors, they don't give a fuck.
And then Hunter Biden is piping girls down.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, he's open about it, but you know what I mean?
Well, and you have Charlie Sheen spending $50,000 a night on, on escorts.
Exactly.
Like, and everyone's like, how the fuck can you spend $50,000 a night? He's making $2 million an episode. What's $50,000 if you're making $2 million a week?
No, exactly. And how many girls do you think he had? Many.
Yeah.
Duh.
Like, 50,000 out of 2 million is such a negligible amount.
Oh, it's literally a drop in the ocean. It's a drop of Jupiter.
Yeah, it's like by percentage of income, I have definitely spent more on bar tabs on girls than Charlie was spending on escorts.
Real. That's real.
Yeah. So, like, just because that seems like an exorbitant amount of money to you, it ain't to him.
No, it's really not. Like, even a little bit.
Yeah. But the middle class, believes the upper class is bullshit. And don't want to consider themselves the scum, the lower class. So it's like, oh, no. We believe this puritanical bullshit that America's based on.
And it's wild because, and even if we, wake it up a little bit more, the middle class doesn't even exist. It's, people who are in the lower class that don't want to believe it. They're, in the sunken place. And they think that, just because I'm not as poor as that guy, that means that, I'm in the middle class. But, actually, babes, no, you're the working poor.
In modern America, you are 100% correct. Either you're the working poor or you're wealthy.
Yep, exactly.
It's mind-boggling to me.
It is. And so that's why I busted up on the internet, and you can see me do it for $5 a month.
Champagne quality for beer prices.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. God.
I do say a couple nuggets of wisdom every episode, just one or two.
Yeah, I mean, a clock is right 2 times a day, so.
As I like to say, every once in a while, the blind squirrel gets a nut.
Ooh, cute. Oh my God. When you said that, I imagined the squirrel from Ice Age. The one who is chasing the fucking nut? He got it eventually. Slow and steady wins the fucking race, bitch.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, hell. success is just defined by people who just didn't fucking give up.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Like, can you imagine if Babe Ruth didn't hit like his first big, what do they call those?
Home run.
Grand slam. Thank you, home run. We wouldn't even have the candy bar. Let's think about that. Let's think about that.
Fucking the old timey candy.
Oh my god! Do you ever like take candy bars and you smash them with a hammer and then in a plastic bag and you pull it over ice cream? Did I just wait? Did I just? Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think I know what you're doing tonight.
No, I'll have a sorbet in the house. That would be really gross.
That would be so weird. You know, honestly, no, I feel like if you did like a dark chocolate bar, that might be okay.
With a lemon sorbet.
Oh, I was thinking raspberry.
No, lemon.
You're right. Okay. You're right.
Too citrusy.
Guess I got to get the fuck out then.
Well, I guess we're ending the show on that note. Jesus.
I'm kidding. Oh my god.
Wow. She's just like, he has lemon sorbet in this house. Why am I here?
Yeah, I'm like, that's strike 3.
Where was strike 2?
I don't know. You just got 2 because of the lemon sorbet.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really dislike citrus that much?
Yeah, 1 strike for the lemon, 1 strike for the sorbet.
Oh, don't come to Cuba then.
Deal with it.
You're uninvited.
Okay, fine.
Uninvited.
I'll ask just one of these dudes who bought me a bracelet to take me to Cuba. I'll show up at your doorstep.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll have drinks with him.
See you there.
Cool. I am unbothered by such things. Like, I'll try to get him to buy me dinner too.
You wish.
I'm very persuasive.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Bring a dude. I don't care.
Okay.
Because I will definitely like socially pressure him to be like, oh yeah, you're such a baller, man. Thanks for picking up the tab.
Ooh, hey! You just taught everybody something. That was good. Learn something new every day.
Oh yeah, I have no fucking social connection to this person. I have zero problems being like, yeah, fucking
I like that.
free meal out of this shit.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm just saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
dudes want to flex. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I will happily. Oh yeah, you want to show off? You want to show all the girls that you're? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take a free meal out of it.
That's good. Let's go.
I've gotten many steakhouse dinners out of fucking poor directors.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah,
Genius. Ooh.
because I'm there with my client, whoever I'm fucking working for like the roadie gigs back in the day, and like some dude who's trying to show off to her
Yeah.
is picking up the whole fucking tab.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, multiple like
Genius.
fucking three finger.
Three fingers. Is that what he put in her pussy? 3 fingers.
I that's my client. I don't care what goes inside her.
I'm just wondering.
I'm not trying to mix business with pleasure in those situations.
I mean, sometimes business is pleasure.
Yeah, but okay. We'll pose the hypothetical to you.
Okay.
You hire a dude to be your security.
Sure.
You fuck him.
No.
Okay. This is the hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck him.
Sure.
Do you pay him at that point?
No.
Exactly. That's my point.
Oh, you know what? I've heard that as, would you charge him? And I would say no.
But would you pay? Like, you're hiring this dude to be your security, or be your employee.
Oh.
The minute you fuck him, are you paying him?
No, you're right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why anytime I've worked for someone, it's like, oh, sex is off the table. At
So
this
basically, what we've heard today is that when I hire security, they will have to be a stud.
You're just not paying for it? Wow.
Yeah, no. So studs, you can bring your resume and your strap to my DMs.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't hire anyone who's willing to fuck you to give up their paycheck.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Actually, even like my employees in my startup, I like once they start to become like too close to me, we don't work together because I can't do it.
Do you just keep everyone at arm's length?
No, just my employees. Like they're not on my close friend story. They don't come to my birthday party, stuff like that. Like I am just like as open and with them as I would be anybody else. But like I keep that separation to make it more professional, even though like I am a pretty like relaxed person. So when it comes to like, just being an open, like I'm not someone who's like, you didn't show up for this meeting at 9 a.m. It's 9:07. You're fired. Like, ew, loser.
I'm honestly on a mixed bag on that because, like, you don't want to be crazy, like, corporate, like, that bullshit. But you also don't want to, like, let someone just disrespect other people.
Definitely not. I mean, the thing is like, if it happens once, sure, if they forgot or if they're like, oh, shit, I'm running late, I'm like, cool. But, like, if it happens every single time, now you got to go because I'm quick to fire, slow to hire.
As you should be.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's cool because this blog I've honestly been doing since I was in college. It was a blog, app. It was a blog where people could talk about stigmatized issues. And then now it has turned into like, people DM me and be like, oh my God, Addis, thank you so much for writing this article or for posting about this issue. I didn't know about it until I saw it. And I was like, oh, so people actually really care about learning about, things like queerphobia. They care about learning about Palestine, Israel. They care about this stuff. But they don't have a place to learn about it in a buildable way. And sometimes just getting disparate things on social media, like infographics and reels, is not a way for people to process information so that they can learn it.
Well, also, there's a lot of bad information out there.
Exactly.
This is something that's been discussed on here before. It's like, I believe it was Newsweek did a poll. 34% of people are prone to just believing people that have podcast equipment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, even if we talk about, I was actually talking to our friend today about how a lot of elderly people are falling for things that are AI generated.
Yeah.
Because like they just see it and they think it's real.
I just saw a picture earlier today that like it was good AI, it wasn't great AI generation, but it was good AI generation with some big tits.
Oh.
And the amount of dudes that I'm sure would, actually, even better, there is an Instagram account that is upfront about being completely AI generated.
Oh, is it Lil Michaela?
It might be. But the creator is talking about that he's generating thousands a month from this account. And billionaires are DM sliding this AI account.
And it looks like an AI. Like
No, it clearly says in the fucking...
Oh, that's embarrassing.
But she's hot as shit. Like, he programmed it to be like, what is the ideal woman on the internet?
And what does she look like?
Brunette, curvy, fucking pretty eye. Like, oh.
Great. My type.
Oh, she's hot as shit. Like, I'm gonna find it.
Please do.
But it was just like, he's like, celebrities and billionaires are DM sliding this account. I'm like,
wait, what time is it? I kind of want to go have sex. I think we should end this podcast.
It's about that time.
It is about that time.
Yeah.
I'm super blunt.
I don't
I was
mind
like,
it.
I kind of want to go get dick down.
Well, go get dick down.
Oh.
We're gonna call last call. We'll get you out of here.
Last call.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ask before you go get dick down. Tell them where they can find you on the things.
You can find me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, on the interwebs, addisfouche.com at Addis Fouche. So on TikTok, you see mostly vlogs and talking. Twitter is where you see me busted open. And Instagram is where you can, see me do my day-to-day shit. Kind of a mix of both.
Hell yeah. It was a pleasure. We will do this again, hopefully.
Oh, we definitely will. I'll let you know how my dick appointment goes.
Awesome. I mean, I'm apathetic about it, but sure. And seriously, if you want to come to Cuba, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Till next week. Drink up, motherfuckers.